sarcasm, okay?
Right.
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
I know
Okay,
how.
there we have sound. We have sound.
Sarcasm.
So the intervening chord is
The intermediate chord was the problem. Yay! So at least we know what
God
it
dang
was.
it, chord.
It's always a chord. Whenever we have a problem, it's a
It's
chord.
always a problem.
Hey,
It's a chord problem.
Just for clarification, chord was missing for 2.5 years, so that could be the problem.
Wait, are you saying you're a high
Only
schooler?
2.5 years?
Only 2.5 years. Hey,
Oh,
just have it this way. Right now you're over 18.
I'm a what? Excuse me, I'm a what?
You're over 18.
You're over 18 because 2.5 years have
We're
passed.
trying to sneak you in a movie. Just tell the ticket salesman.
That you were missing for 2.5 years.
My character is not 16.
Wait, that was a reference to
How did you
Spider-Man
start
Far
out?
From Home.
Huh?
What?
I started out
Exactly.
young.
Yeah, exactly.
I started out young,
Oh,
but not
Paragon.
16. My character was 25 when I started.
Main video.
My character was
Oh,
0
there's
months when I
sound.
started.
Yeah, we fixed that.
Yeah, it really shows.
Whoa. I wouldn't. Wait, would that? No. That wouldn't cause a feedback loop. No.
Now watch this. I bet when they bring up the Connect, it's going to kill the sound.
I muted mine though.
Okay, I'm just
Okay, but check to make sure sound's on right now. Because I'm changing the camera set.
Camera?
Camera.
I started out young,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that it sounded really robotic.
Hello, Mr. Roboto.
Okay, everybody wave so I can see that everything's cool. No, it's still frozen. Yay!
Yeah, it's buffering.
It's gonna.
Sounds on right now.
Sounds like it's a connection issue with one of the cords.
No, well, as far as the tinniness of the sound.
Yeah. It sounds like one of the ports may not be firmly plugged in. I'm
No, it's still frozen.
It's like getting more and more robotic as it gets better.
So it's gonna sound really great when I say, hello, Mr. Roboto.
Oh yeah, it's gonna sound really.
That's where I saw that mic. On the last stream of the Megawatts YouTube channel. That's awesome.
Megawatts?
Megabots was a YouTube channel that tried to make professional robot fighting a reality, and they failed.
Wait, like the little boxes?
They
Or was it like the
constructed
mechs?
a 15-foot tall piece of construction equipment that looked vaguely like an anime mech, and then they had it fight other countries' versions of this hobby, and it failed epically.
Wait,
They,
did
like-
both fail or did it get the?
No. Well, by fail, I mean the fight was, it was kind of epic, but the whole idea sort of bombed. Like, they ran out of money.
You sound different.
That tried to make professional. That's so sad.
You sound very weird.
I like that. Then they had that mic on their final stream where they gave away the robot for $1.
Who would they give it to?
Russia. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
But I can't figure out why.
Vaguely like an anime batteries version of this
Lose
hobby.
internet for like a second. Because the wire is being weird.
Unfortunately, we got the most techless person in the world working on this damn thing. So, pardon my inability here to figure. Because there is not a connection here that shows where the Connect is.
Usually when you lower the quality.
There's the Connect, but it's trying to connect as an audio, which I think is what's causing the problem with the sound. Is that it's trying to.
No, I've heard
Are you trying to wing it as an audio?
I can't figure out why. Well, when I remove this device from here,
Oh no, don't.
don't move it. Don't
No.
remove it.
So you.
Unfortunately, we got the most
What
techless.
is your taskbar?
I mean, we're getting more and more up to
That's
date.
why.
Yeah.
It's giving what?
We're getting
or
what's being said.
Little
It's
volume.
catching up.
This is catching up to real time faster.
That's the way.
It's like only a couple seconds behind now.
Speaker setup, troubleshoot sound problems, open sound settings.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
Doesn't sound as tinny.
This is not the same one I'm used to. See, clearly we're getting sound, which means I believe it's coming through our actual microphone because it's set up to do the Yeti here.
Yeah.
We don't need an output because we don't have speakers. So I don't see where there used to be when I would go to back up to here. I could go to USB devices. Where's it at? Power, sleep, storage, tablet, multitasking.
What did you do for your?
There's not. I don't see where device manager is. You're
Same.
seeing
What did you do for your
program
gap
device
week?
manager. And I don't see.
Like Gap Week?
Yeah, your gap week. What did you do last Wednesday?
Just open the.
I was sick, so I just did homework. Well,
You had a cough.
I had just a common rhinovirus, so this one was like a
And then
sore throat, stuffy
Right.
nose.
Rhino
USB
pneumonitis.
connection.
But yeah, that. So just
No.
it was just
Pardon me for not knowing what rhino.
it's
comes
just
from.
Pneumonitis?
it's like
Huh?
What a sound.
it's just the general term for the
Sound
common
is just the
cold.
device. It's sound.
sound.
It's like it's the
Pneumonitis, it does say
Oh, so you're trying
congestion
to
of the
simple
lung.
yeah.
And
It's just
Right.
the really
nasal
common.
drip
go ahead.
and the eyes running and
So yeah, I did homework. That's what I did.
I just turned up earlier.
It should show up as USB, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
so you turn into David and fight Tongue Biter, Tongue Eater,
Yeah.
Tongue biter.
tongue
Biter,
eater.
that's a new
That's
name.
his son's
Worm
name.
Tongue,
Yes.
and
Is that one of the
You
things
got-
we had up there?
you got captured. You said.
Kind of. I was.
No.
Well, he got
Right
roped,
there.
and then I got thrown into an iron cage. Then I got thrown into an iron cage,
Then they threw me into the iron cage.
and then they pulled
Because
him
I
out
kept
for
on
the
trying-
sacrifice.
I don't know if you were thrown into an iron cage, just more like you walked
Yes, he
into
was.
it.
Yeah, you were. She was trying.
I
really
was
hard.
egging
He was
them
trying to,
on,
I was
to
trying
be
to
fair.
deal with them and to get them to, you know, he's
Why is
not,
it there?
they called him a demon.
I
You
started
baby
doing that when they
peasants.
did start.
And-
Didn't realize that it was
What
actually
Jason
magic. So then I said,
Jace
okay, fine.
wasn't
I
there.
will.
That's.
He was there.
Oh yes,
Not worded the way it
Jace was
was
there.
worded, 'cause
Yeah.
we connected
Rio
it
was
now.
not.
Yeah.
Jace came up later after we came.
I'm pretty sure that entire encounter
So,
would have
yeah,
gone
yeah.
differently.
Well, I just
if
got to
we
get it
had
so that it sees it as a
push
camera.
instead of Jace.
Probably.
With
Oh my
some
God.
certainty. I
You,
can
you know what
guarantee
you're doing?
that.
So get out of
There'd
here.
be a lot more
Yes.
dead civilians if we were with Kush.
Heck, they would have turned
As
their
it was,
kids
I
into
washed them
bombs.
away.
What is this? I can't read.
Oh,
You know, they went down
Barney
to the
Nixon.
river and washed, I just washed them again. They wanted me to take part in the ritual and dress me in this white dress with lace at the throat and the arms. And
Hey, at least they can hear us, so that's good, man.
What was it connected before?
There's like supposed to be a setting to optimize the phone.
I have a question.
Where was it?
Will you ascend beyond Diva? Will you be
It
able to
shows
reach
here.
like a Planetar or Solar?
Perhaps not
I
strong
don't know.
here.
And do you
Okay,
retain
honestly, that last page scares me.
This is
more
why
than
it's-
anything else.
this?
Should be
Yes.
under device manager.
Yeah.
Get back to
Monster
device
Manual?
manager.
No,
right?
it's Solar.
The what?
Solar.
God, doesn't
Goddamn
have-
terrifying.
So this is what
Doesn't have less than 22 across the
This
board.
shouldn't be where it's showing up. It should
His
show up
his
under-
pecs are a
USB.
21 AC.
His pecs are 21 AC.
This what?
His pecs.
It's got 150 flying speed.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
Which I'll write a lot
it says
of
right
that
here.
does.
He can
No, I know.
fly
That doesn't
150.
twice today, and what happens is it comes back up. You can see it.
Or reconnects under the wrong.
And
It
that-
knows if it hears a
It's not
lie.
connected. It's
No, okay, that ability is gotten by a Planetar. So
registered. It's connected.
Planetar is the first one to have that ability.
Okay, that's
You
not
can
funny.
do what out? What else?
He can teleport. He doesn't even need the 150 speed.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's only 23 of those in existence.
How many?
If I split mech.
3?
23.
Oh, 20.
This thing.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
I'm not sure if that'll
Uninstall
work.
it. Uninstall it. Unplug it. Replug it.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that would be like my
That's-
boss's boss.
Although it's
That's
weird that it's
friggin' 30
That would be like my
2 meters
regional
now. I was
manager.
running fine before.
What about you?
Well-
What's your final form gonna be, Mary?
I don't.
Mary's a
Yeah.
human.
I know, but like, I mean, like, what's your
She turns
final
into
ability?
Jesus. Oh, her final ability?
Yeah,
You don't know what the capstone ability for a cleric is?
I do, but like,
Oh, you're talking about homebrew final ability.
yeah.
It's not very much.
I don't know. I think that stepping ability is pretty damn awesome.
Which one? Oh, that
The step-
that is.
I'm just
cool.
saying, if you can randomly gain
connect.
teleportation by way
I
of homebrew,
almost have that. The only difference
Yeah, once
is
I max out as
I have to
Barbarian
know a
and then
place.
max out as,
mine is
Christian.
better than teleportation. In teleportation, you're limited to how many people you can take.
well,
I can
live
take an
for a
army.
long life.
So
But
long
then-
they hold on to each other.
can you
It's
step
not
inside a
seeing
building
it,
though?
So therefore,
That's
what
the
do we
issue.
do?
If I know the
Resistance.
place and there's a mark on the
Okay,
floor,
listen. She's getting to the point where she can just remove the building. Tidal waves are really good at picking buildings up and just moving them a couple yards away.
Oh my god,
no, well, that isn't it.
I'm just.
I need.
No,
I'm just gonna get
it's
to the point
I need
where
more
I
power.
gotta choose where I want to die. and take
no,
my-
that stepping
Live
power
life
is just
as much
kind of
as I
like.
want.
May advice
I know,
me.
And
it
it's-
really
What's
is.
that?
I just
mean,
thought it
worse.
was a neat thing.
I just.
What we can do is a podcast because we have at least one camera.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean,
You're
and
listening
it
on
has a
your phone?
microphone. We just have to activate its microphone.
You could quickly go to
says it works now.
MaximumFun.org and set up an account.
What? Maximum.
MaximumFun.org.
Wait,
It's like,
that's where Taz does their podcast. They're the Adventure Zone.
yeah,
Yeah.
Maximum Fun is like the Netflix of podcasts.
What's Netflix?
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, he's kidding you. He has to be kidding you.
There's no way.
Okay, so you know Apple TV Plus.
No.
That's
It's like-
even more
it's like
obscure.
That's even worse.
It's like that.
Okay, 20th level.
Andrew,
I get divine intervention.
Do you know what a VCR is?
stop. Don't
Okay,
don't put it
I
on
haven't
your
read
channel.
Divine Intervention.
And
Do you know what a DVD
divine
is?
intervention
Do you know what
improves.
Blu-ray is?
God only
Don't-
knows
don't-
what that
don't-
is.
Don't
But do you
feed-
know
don't-
what
yes.
it is?
So,
It exists.
do you know what a VHS is?
We got to the
Yes.
point
You
where
started
we
there.
don't need to use any of that stuff.
Wait, what
That's
is
what
Divine
Netflix is.
Intervention?
You know what that is? Once a
No.
week, she asks her God to come down from the heavens and like help. And up until level 20, it was a percentile roll based on her level. At level
Can-
20, it just works.
Wait, can you do a
Here I am
that
getting
the end
one
scene from Kung
inspiration
Fu
when I
Hustle
start
where the
combat.
guy just uses the hand of Buddha to crush someone?
And see, they keep saying, "Oh no, the
Can you do
spellcasters
something
are
like
really
that?
bad
No.
in the other line of like level
No.
20
Remember,
abilities
her
'cause they
big
get
thing
access to magical
is
spells, and then
healing.
She calls down her God once a week.
Except
and
that one time
you get inspiration.
that I keep on dropping big
I get
balls.
four
I
force
have
points.
so much
Okay.
fun as a bard.
That's
One time, there's this. So there's a spell called Puppet. It's a homebrew.
It won't quite reach.
Essentially,
Can we put
it
some
sends
books
the
under it?
person
Well,
in
if we
one
do, it's
direction.
still
10
only going to
feet.
be this high. We're not going to be able to get
So-
to the elevation we need to get to.
A ring.
Just keep it on you. The rest of us will be audio.
A ring magic match.
Would that be
I
horrible?
asked, what are the rules?
I
Get them
mean,
out of the ring.
they can't really see us
Or
rolling
their-
dice,
their
so
weapon, you know, like their magic.
I mean, there's-
device.
It's not like we're
Or
having
just
that.
get
Really
them down to 0 HP.
John, the biggest focal point, just
Is
as a
me.
guy who watched,
Round
yeah,
one.
it's kind of
I
you.
know
turn.
it's kind of mean, but still.
Puppet. DM flips me off because I got in with one spell.
Like, as a
And
person
I was barely
watching
Okay.
it,
at level 8 at that time.
Really?
I think it'd be okay.
Okay.
Just go without.
So we're going to do something really strange then. And
Really, we're gonna focus on the dungeon master more than the players.
isn't that crazy?
Ow!
That
That
sounded
sounded like it
painful.
hurt.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why
What
did I
was
do
that?
that?
Why did you do that?
I dropped my leg down really fast and I like slammed it into the chair leg.
All right.
My leg just like disabled for a second.
You can.
Oh, I just like cramped it up and then it was just like.
I don't know, man. We're not having a good time.
No, it's not.
Just gonna look
Too
at
high.
how
Too high, we'll be
we
looking
do
at the
that again.
sky. All right.
Okay.
That's still too high.
So everybody got to speak very clearly and concisely.
Speak clearly, concisely,
That
and
way each
thing is-
person knows.
so-
Articulately.
You
so
can
all of y'all have
customize-
to put up with me for the whole of this session. So we'll see how this goes. This is the Nycos DND. Welcome and thank you for your patience so far. Yes, and that was a photo bomb from Cord, the giant. And he likes me saying that because he's actually a Goliath who only wants to be a giant someday. And
We'll
this
have a
is
giant
Cauldron Emergent. Episode title: Arrivals Inbound.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're coming back home.
What? How prophetic.
Oh, we already
How
got. Oh, home back to Cauldron.
Well,
No,
we
the
gotta-
flower, the blossom is continuing to expand, so things are going to be arriving.
Where have I
soon.
heard the term flower before?
Yes, where have you
Month
heard
of
flowers?
flowers.
As in the
Grandmaster
While you're
of
thinking
flowers.
about that, and before we get to our going, since we don't have any visuals, you guys will have to give us a verbal description of your characters today. So, class name, race, and what your character looks like if someone were to see you walking down the street. All right? We'll start with, since they don't see studio left,
House.
Oh,
character name, class, race, and what you look like.
I play Cord of Cord Lord, and level 17 fighter
I was here.
Goliath, and
Big.
imagine in your head an overweight gray ogre with peasant's clothes.
And red hair.
But you're not
Not
going
for long.
there.
Not for long. Till you get to a barber. Okay, Mary?
Mary, I'm Mary. I play Mary. Mary's a cleric, and she's about 5'2", small, petite, probably weighs 100 pounds, sopping wet. Her hair is ginger colored. She has fair complexion, which is normal for any sort of redhead. She dresses in greens mostly, though she swears she's a cleric of Veritas, but she is, in her mind. Other than that, she's pretty unassuming, and she's young. She has,
Unassuming except for those few moments when you're a paladin of vengeance and you're ready to rip people's heads off.
and I use my cleric spell to wipe out a village and all the people.
Alrighty.
It's as good as the sword.
Sure.
My name is Bryce. I play the character Ralgrim. He's a Divine Soul Sorcerer. He has...
Temporarily a diva last week.
Yeah,
Dava.
temporarily a Dava last week. So for that moment, he has blonde hair, kind of kept at a few inches in length. He's about 6 feet tall, kind of on the thinner side for being... Kind of on the thinner and lighter side for being that weight. Caucasian in features with slightly oddly yellow skin. Eyes are brown most of the time, except when casting spells, then they turn blue. Wings are almost a pure white, except for a little bit of brown that looks like it's been sprinkled in. Kind of like very, very pale eagle feathers.
And a bit of a silver tint now.
Yeah, a bit of a silver tint now. In actual clothing, I wear the stereotypical clothes you would think you would find on an angel, except it's pinstripe rainbow. Kind of like that.
That's his veil.
Yes.
The rainbow veil.
So yeah, very assuming
Rainbow pinstripe. All right.
rainbow pinstripe.
Never heard it phrased that way before, but okay.
That's what it is.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I play Yamar Brightwood, the ancestral barbarian with a little bit of druid now.
Yay.
And her features are she is 6 foot tall with dark, practically black hair, with Native American Cherokee kind of features, so the tan skin, a little bit on the rougher side, but still very fluid. Typically just really muscular and very plain-faced.
Very what?
Plain-faced, so no like she has like heart shape. None of that kind of stuff. She just has a mirrored, just a plain Jane face.
Insert tasteless jokes about Native Americans in plain face.
Yeah, that's not. Okay. Oh yeah, she was going to also mention something.
I have an announcement from Gameology. It is a giveaway for DICE. Following up on their promise, they are doing a Kickstarter swag. One lucky winner will be getting a 4-pack of snazzy D20s by Roll4 Initiative. And you can enter by going on their Gameology group page, Facebook page specifically, by following them on Facebook and Instagram. Like the post, tag a friend, and share them with the tag Study of Fun. Sorry.
Studio of Fun, you mean?
Study of Fun.
Study of Fun.
I am
Hashtag?
slurring
Is that a hashtag?
terribly.
Is that a hashtag? Hashtag Study of Fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either a hash or a tag.
Octothorpe.
No. Yes.
Both of you need to die. Well, I can't really point. Both Andrew and Allie need to die in a fire. There we go.
And the giveaway ends Friday, November 15th at 11:59, and they'll announce the winner on Saturday.
Okay. Excellent. Thanks for that.
Yee.
I'm Andrew. I play Jace, half elf lordbard. He looks fairly plain, fair complexion. He wears a cloak that's slight purple tint, but aside from that, he looks like a fairly unassuming commoner, or tries to look relatively plain to not draw attention to himself.
Cool.
Y'all are boring.
Bland, boring.
It's like
Oh, no.
peasantry, unassuming,
No.
plain face.
Okay.
unassuming.
No. He's gray giant kind of.
As
He said he looked like a gray blob
Okay,
in
no.
peasant's clothing. Basically.
my character looks like he wants a fight.
Okay, but this is why. Okay, this is why you should travel with somebody like Ralgrim, because that way you draw all the attention, and they can be as boring as they want to
I
be.
also
Ford
have
walks
to point
down the
out
street.
in my
I didn't say I was
backstory.
boring.
My character
You said you
waddles
weren't assuming.
like a gunslinger.
My backstory. My character was assumed to be male, and was mistakenly adopted as a boy
How do you...
because
was it after... What? How did
I
that
was
happen?
that young.
It was when
Wait.
she turned like 10.
Yeah, that's when you start developing. That.
I'm familiar with the process of development.
Are
I am
you?
also familiar with the process of, like, you were a barbarian. Barbarians don't wear a lot of clothing most of the time.
I lived in an orphanage
Ah, there
because
you go.
I was dropped off
There
by
we
my
go.
barbarian family.
There we go. That clarifies a few things.
Did
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know your
Also, yeah.
backstory.
Actually-
I'll just read the 20-page PDF.
And it's assuming to say that just because her name was Umara, that it's a female because it ends with the vowel, so they couldn't do that. It had to be.
I don't
They
know.
were. They
Wow.
That was the thing. They're like, okay, that's a very strange.
You tried
To
so
be-
hard.
No, to be fair, there are a lot of women that are named Edward.
Edward.
It was such a popular name back then that there are a lot of women named Edward.
Yes, and so
And
there's
history.
also Henry.
There are also a lot of men named Ashley
Yes.
and Leslie.
What alternate
Yes.
reality
And
have
Renee.
both of you lived
No,
in?
Leslie, as in Leslie Nielsen. Yes, it
Or
was the guy's
Leslie
name.
Howard.
One of my professors' names in high school was Renee, and it was spelled
That's
like
French. That's French, and
That's
so
male French.
yes.
that. Exactly. But Renee is typically
And
female.
in French,
Only in America.
Only in
Jean,
America.
which stands for John, is
Wow, we have proven that Nycos travel is dimensional in nature. Because here we go.
Can we play D&D now?
Let's get back to
I
the
thought that's
game.
what we were doing.
Octothorpe Nycos.
He said it twice.
I'm facepalming, by the way.
Do we
Patreon/Nycos.
Yeah.
do we really need a reality ex machina, Nycos? Is that
A reality ex machina? What even is that?
When you
We're
when you come
having-
back to the game.
right now?
You mean the game of no.
Can we have a
Somebody
fantasy
do the
check?
recap, please. I'm
We need a
reading
fantasy check, not a reality
We don't have
check.
enough pictures of the headache of Nycos. 'Cause
Can we get a recap?
get a real Nycos.
Recap. Please.
Anyways,
I beg.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, and Tracy is another one. That's of course
Oh,
stated
yeah,
by
that was
some
another
one of my friends. Okay, one of my friends. In his defense, Tracy is the one that posted that, I think. So there you go. Tracy's fine.
Thank you, Tracy.
Is that in the chat right now?
It's in the chat right
I
now.
feel bad for you, Tracy. You
I
know,
don't.
children have sued their
Oh no, that was
parents for
all.
giving
That,
them
I'm
bad
sorry.
names.
No, that was actually came from Olivia. Olivia's actually staying up with the conversation.
Oh, thank you, Olivia.
But I don't imagine a boy named Olivia. But that's another company story.
Oh, we're trying to validate that.
Olivia's like, joke's on
So
you!
you. That's right. Woo! Is Helen here? Or am I just being embarrassing? All right.
Alright, recap, please. I'm dying.
Okay.
I died.
Story so far. Story so far.
Story so far.
Yeah, what happened last week?
Oh.
Somebody here at the table wants to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did I?
Where do we start?
Oh
Oh,
no, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Start with the fact that he disappeared and you guys walked in the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was actually listening to the show last week, specifically for this, yeah. Today. So the session began with Jace over there appearing out of the ethereal from his practicing session. We were playing a game of Go Fish. We figured out how to play Go Fish with dice. Anyway, he walked up. I explained the situation to him, assuming that him being a purple veil, knowing how timey-wimey stuff works, that he'd be able to fix his situation. He didn't. So I simply suggested to him to walk in there, talk to the wizard in charge, and tell them to drop off him.
And Mary.
Sorry, my
No.
leaf is going off.
Even in audio mode.
Even in audio mode, we still got.
And Mary.
Anyway.
You just need to tell him to leave you alone.
I suggested to Jace that he go in there and simply request that the wizard drop off our two friends of time in the proper time. Jace walked in, the three of them had a Jace walked in, touched cord, vanished.
Disappeared.
He disappeared
not vanished.
as soon as he ran into
Okay.
Mary.
Vanish is a
with
known
full
term.
force.
Yes, I'm aware that
We don't want to use that. We have to sensitive ears might be listening, and we wouldn't want poor King Kush to go into a hissy fit or something. Cause
he was removed from existence in that moment.
do notice that King Kush has vanished because he hasn't been here.
He's done that at least like 3 times while we've been around.
We already know bad things are happening. Anyways,
So, the two of you had a conversation, and then it was revealed that neither of the three of you had actually ever talked to the wizard. So you talked with the wizard, and the wizard, through various means of explaining, after getting less restored into dust, and then bringing himself back, explained that he was no longer in control of when he could drop off the tower in time. So he said to you two that Tongue Eater took it. He took a rope out of the second story,
they're there.
along with some Vanguard badges. He said that if you replicate his way out of the building, you can end up at the same time as him. As long as you got the control rod back within 6 months, he'd be able to drop you off at the appropriate time. So then he somehow messed with magic to get you to talk to us on the outside. So we came inside.
Oh.
I had to turn her into a mouse to do so because I had to Mr. T her. We came inside, had a conversation in that regard. Something was not explained about the Vanguard badges. I threw her outside of the window before actually setting up the thing properly. So she lived for like a full lifetime in the second iteration, so you're now like 100-something years old, technically.
And I've had children.
And you
restored her because
Yes.
you got
Yeah, and then the
Yes,
Alec
I
has, yeah. Well, no, Alec has to.
yeah, Castle Brother. Yeah.
Anyway, then we went to the door properly, traveled through town, did the usual time stuff where we can't buy anything. Came across a town where I swear everyone's last name probably was Johnson. They thought I was a demon. They thought all of you were enthralled by me.
Only one of them was.
That came later.
Tom.
I was put into a cage, and then Umara, from being really sarcastic, was also put into a cage. And then the two people who weren't in cages got bathed, and then they put Miri into a cage because she was trying to explain how devils and demons work. We found out that cord was in a box. It was a large box. Then the ritual started. They were going to sacrifice
Either Omara or
Umara as part of the ritual for Tongue Eater to ascend to being the point of Lucius, as they're calling their god, through a usage of Newton's third law, a tidal wave. And
I like your synopsis. That's good.
through the usage of Newton's law, a tidal wave, and a very angry barbarian, we were able to. A very angry barbarian and an angel, we were able to bring Tongue Eater very low. We killed him.
Jace threw
Worse than
Big
killed him.
Bottle at 8th level.
Well, yeah, we feeble-minded him, which is the evilest spell, in my opinion, in the entire book. Not evil as in, like, misaligned. not evil as in misaligned, but evil as in, like,
It's
really
not-
painful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bashed his brains in with a holy hammer.
I
You
think-
hell. I mean, you like hit him twice. I hit him once really hard. So we'll have a conversation about who really helped there. Anyway, after that, we left the town, gave the control back to the wizard, and got dropped back off in our regular town.
You did get the guy out of the box.
And we got
Disintegrated
back out of
the
the box. Yes.
We got caught out of the box. And then we quickly time-stepped. Far-stepped.
Quick.
Quick step.
We're back in our own time, and it basically was a net no. We walk out of the building going like, "Wow, that was a waste of a day."
Oh, but more importantly, somebody in the party actually, for a few moments, actually put their hands on one of the prisoners.
Oh yeah.
I had it. And it was talking, but I couldn't understand a word it was saying.
So I have a question. When he goes like 20th level, is there like a fanfare? Does he start glowing? Does like somebody walk up to him with like a Golden Globe award? Like,
What?
No.
no.
No, you just hear weird synthetic music playing off of an 8-bit machine, and a little number appears above his head and sparkles. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know if we had the right.
And there's a GIF of Leonardo DiCaprio holding up his whatever.
Did you just say out the
GIF.
spelling of?
Is it what? Are you a GIF person?
Or a GIF person.
It's GIF. Wait,
It's GIF.
It's diff.
It's G.
Jif is peanut butter.
Exactly. It's either GIF or
Yay! More. What did you call it? More reality.
Mhm.
Ex machina.
So,
That's a
This one's
waste.
enthralled.
you keep saying that. I think we need to figure out what day it is.
It's a very good question.
Oh, yeah, there's a coronation still going on.
Coronation.
corner.
It's the day of the coronation.
Oh shit.
I think when we get back to Palace, get cleaned
But
up.
more importantly than that, it will be the fact that there is a shadow that you feel. I mean, literally, you walked out of the tower going, and you're. By the way, the tower, if you as you may have mentioned, were
it
ruins.
looks like a ruin again. Yeah.
Right. Literally, as you walk out of the ruins into the nimbus light, suddenly you're bathed in shadow, and it's a large, whitish. I guess you'd call it kind of an oblong object descends towards the open courtyard. It probably is 45, 50 feet in length.
Oh, God, a candle.
Yes, a piece
Oh,
of the
it's from a
kind.
candle. We got to keep people away. I don't know if they're acclimated.
I'm gonna start.
Draw your weapons.
I'm gonna start thumping my chest.
On the side of the vessel, both left and right, it does say NASA in the common lettering.
Can I try talking to them before we decide to
The air around it is pulsing. Just you feel the energy from it, but it doesn't make any sound at all.
Great. When it comes within reach, I'm going to punch the air around it.
I have one right
Please,
here.
Cord. We got in a lot of
Did you
trouble
get your-
when
you got your
raced
weapon back,
into
right?
that building.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
Yeah.
Knowing what
yeah.
was going
Cord.
on.
Fine.
Cord. Mace.
Can we try talking to them first?
Yes.
As it comes towards the ground, you feel a force of air being pushed against you
Yeah.
from around its perimeter, as its mass seems to be defying gravity as it settles. As it approaches the ground, it actually sets all the way down where the flat surface on the bottom sits on the soil. It doesn't. There's no landing gear or anything like that per se on this thing, and it's about 34 feet high, and about
This one's bigger than the other ones. Around.
yes.
What happens when I touch the when I try and touch the ship?
Well, go ahead and make a wisdom save as you see it approaching, as you see it landing, coming to a stop, so to speak.
7.
The entire surface is boiling with spirits pouring off of it in all directions, emanating, if you will, off of it and dissipating into the air, making audible screaming sounds.
Oh, this is
Just,
So it's gonna be another one of these days.
please don't. Just,
Well, all of you have to make the wisdom save.
okay.
But
He's the first one. He blew the
this
roll.
is the second time I've heard it.
So
Third time.
Or third.
Right.
What
It's still a matter of whether or not you are affected by it. You're aware of it. I'll give you advantage on the save if you've already made it once
27.
Fine.
I've made it twice before. But
Okay.
27.
13.
Well, yeah, you're a cleric. If you
Yeah, you
feel
still
the
see
wisdom,
spirits.
there's something wrong.
I was gonna touch it.
before. You walk up to touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, you can feel the heat emanating off of its surface.
Ooh, that's much better.
Be cautious.
I'm not gonna hit it. I'm just gonna touch it.
Okay.
So silver wings.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing going on in. Okay.
Well, what did you make on the
8.
with advantage? You got an 8.
8.
Nice. If anything, the spirits are more identifiable this time. It's all reptilian. Some feathered creatures, but a lot of them also look reptilian in nature. Just weird abominations like you've never seen before.
21.
Yeah, you're like, pfft, no big deal. So actually, it's a kind of it's actually not really that surprising that one of the more religious ones sees the moralistic view of it. So,
11.
oh, you too! Yay!
What?
He failed too?
Yeah.
I was
She
gonna
doesn't.
touch it.
Okay, so when you touch it, go ahead and make a second wisdom save. This is only a 12. Get to pull your hand back before you take too much damage.
Okay.
So you take 4 points of burn damage. The surface is scorching hot. You felt it as you were approaching. It's like, well, what am I doing? Psst. Ow! Damn it! It really is hot.
The hot plate.
It's a
Just give it a
candle.
moment.
By this time, of course, the townspeople have all started to circle around it. Even some of the Red Guard have showed up with weapons out.
I caution them, please do not get near it and do not take an antagonistic or hostile approach.
Antagonistic, it just invaded our city. It landed here without provocation. This is not.
It has no control over where it goes.
Miri?
It came down very much under control,
Great.
sweetheart. It really did. You see it actually, it does this like curving
Oh.
approach and then set down.
I'm gonna make
It was not like the crash that
an
you remember.
intimidation check
Which
to
you
keep
don't-
people
couldn't
back
remember.
from the ship. That will be a 22.
Okay, you go. Get near the ship and I'll kill you. I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's really hot. Don't touch it.
Yep. I actually do I have any?
Do you have your old
Yes,
pipe
I do.
No?
I'm gonna take out my my piece of deer steak
Oh,
and I'm gonna
that's
put it on the ship so it cooks.
Okay.
there?
Simmering,
Do you have a
sizzling.
piece of white?
Pittsburgh rare.
Do
She looks around the people. Does anybody here have a white napkin or kerchief?
Just get a cloth. Get a cloth. I can change the color of it.
Sure.
I press it to change the color.
Okay.
Okay.
Then she'll just give you her green veil and you can turn it white.
All right.
And she steps halfway between where she is and where the vehicle is.
Where Cord is, because Cord's up pretty close
Well, Cord.
to him. He's got his hand out. It's like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
I'm cooking food on her right now.
Is it soup?
No, it's a steak. I got a deer steak.
Just pulls out a steak.
Right. It cooks through like it several hundred degrees. Well, it's tartar because you can only cook the outside surface.
It's Pittsburgh rare, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Sear it on the outside and beat with a stick to eat it.
That is exactly right. It's like when you take a piece of steak and you put it on a thing you're welding.
All right.
It's Pittsburgh rare.
All right.
Super visual.
Isn't that great? On the side of a ship, there's like the silhouette of the steak piece where
Yeah.
we're carbonized across it.
Oh, I like these people.
I hope they kill you first.
So she said
The second thing to notice is that the vessel's arrival basically seems to either have countered all sound or has just its existence has silenced the birds and natural sounds you would expect. Of course, there's murmuring of the crowd, all trying to talk about what they're going to do with it or whatever. The only sound that the vessel is making is a slight cracking and popping sound as it cools.
okay, she waits quietly there with a hand raised up and the white cloth in the other hand.
Okay. Several of the guards to the right of you looks like they're forming up a detachment. They're bringing their shields to bear, sword arms behind them, and they're approaching it. Even though you said not to, they're basically walking forward, one step forward, just hesitantly moving towards it. A squad of 6.
That could be a very dangerous move, says Miri. They have weapons that will go through the whole line of you.
The guards look at you askance and go, "But they're not supposed to be here. Whatever this is, some foul creature thing from beyond or something."
Do you remember Candle in the Sky?
Of course,
Okay.
it's still there, although thinner.
This is part of it.
Okay, this still doesn't mean that we shouldn't investigate.
No, but we have already had contact with these people. We have talked with them, and we've dealt with them, all of us. I think we're one of the best groups of people here to make sure that we can keep this on a peaceful basis. Because it's much better if we have a peaceful contact than an aggressive, hostile contact.
About this time, the regent shows up. This is highly irregular. What's going on here? Oh, friends, associates, so glad to see you.
This is part of Candle. It has just landed. It contains
Yes, this is what you spoke of.
this. Yes, absolutely.
But it's going to interfere with the coronation, isn't it?
Why? It's sitting here.
Oh, so we shouldn't bother?
I would say that we want to deal.
There's a face palm going on over here.
We would like to deal with it peacefully, so it causes no disruption to your coronation.
So I should go ahead and continue with the coronation then.
I think so.
And you'll take responsibility for anything that might happen.
She will.
I will. In the name of Veridus,
Hey, excuse
whom
me.
I serve,
I hate to interrupt. You're doing a great job. Are you saying right now that you would prefer to resolve the issue of like having a nice fun ceremony than an actual issue of state right now?
No, I was considering what it would take to get this thing moved off so that it would not interfere with what we were trying to do today.
So you're still on about the coronation than the
So
issue
you
at
still
hand.
think
course.
it's more important to
get
instead
it-
of
get-
delaying the coronation to resolve this so the coronation is not delayed.
As the regent, I don't want to be seen as a usurper taking advantage of a situation to extend my reign. It seems far more logical to go ahead and do the quick transfer of power, so therefore the
That way
liability
the reign
will
is completely
fall.
extended.
What's that?
What?
he says the liability
Yeah, I
will fall
know what he
on
said.
me.
We both know what each other said.
I'm looking for a door.
Okay, you rolled all. You literally walked around the entire surface, and there don't appear to be any seams at all. The frothing and the boiling is reaching an even more staggering point because it seems like there's some shiny silvery material within it. Like the white stuff is boiling off.
Okay, we'll wait.
This could be a weapon.
Or just part of it.
You're saying that out loud?
Okay, We know.
Yes.
We know they're dangerous.
Nehemiah doesn't.
Either-
I'm gonna come around to say, I think it might be prudent if we evacuate this courtyard because I don't believe a transportation ship would act like this. It's not. It's heating up.
No,
Eugene,
it's-
do you mind clearing your peasantry out of here?
Oh, the guards. He said certainly. The Red Army starts to turn back and disperse the crowd. So no ceremony is what you're suggesting.
Yes.
Postpone it.
Well, this was your move to create a
Are you
passive
accusing me
state.
of causing this?
No. I'm going to suggest that you should take on all due responsibility and rights pursuant to your role as leaders of the Gathering of Magic.
Now you're willing to support us. Oh no! Are you sure you don't want to back out? You sure you don't want to read?
Oh, I'm deeply concerned with the safety of the prince. So
Right.
I will make sure that he and the entourage are withdrawn from the vicinity to make sure that they're safe.
Right. Make sure he's back up in his tower that you locked him away in. That would be good.
Since the peasants are gone, he just kind of grins.
Wait. So it's heating up, yeah?
No,
It's cooling down.
the frothing is increasing its intensity as the white outer stuff on the surface boils off,
Protective covering for re-entry.
leaving the metal surface beneath it.
So it was coated with something, and the heat is now it's sloughing off, so that they can open things up. That's my thinking.
So
Gene's thinking.
peasants have withdrawn. The guards have now reinforced themselves in basically a circle around the device. They have brought out basically pikes and tall shields.
I would like to kind of keep a parameter, keeping the back
Perimeter?
perimeter.
I'm going to set some parameters and set a perimeter.
I want to keep them back.
You're going to keep the guard back on basis on how, and what are you going to tell them? What is your position going to be that was going to suggest that the guards stay back? Because their idea is it's something big, and this is the way when you handle, like for example, a rogue elephant or something, you use long pikey weapons and heavy shields.
Listen, if they end up dying here today, that's what they signed up for when they became guardsmen.
Yeah, they signed up for a giant egg thing to fall out of the sky right into their courtyard.
Yep.
I mean,
Look, the people we dealt with are humans. The last time we'd seen things like this, there were humans in them.
That's an awfully big egg for humans to be coming out of.
No.
It's like
There's
a
many.
ship.
There could be many. But the thing
There's no
is,
sails, rudder, deck.
I said like. I didn't say it is a ship.
Oh,
you know what?
it's part of a ship.
I say we just wait for them to come out and ask them what they're doing. Or, if they don't, we'll rip the doors off and come inside and ask.
Okay, the first half of that statement was perfectly reasonable. Everyone calm down!
After the rest of the froth boils off, there is a dull metallic oblate spheroid sitting there in front of you. It's a little bit longer than. It's elongated rather than
Thick.
sphere. Yeah, it's not spherical. It's extended, almost
Ovoid.
egg-shaped. Oh yeah, ovoid, but it's
Like an egg, but
well, it's rectangular with egg-like ends, basically.
Okay.
So it's domed on either end. There don't seem to be any landing gear or anything like that, but the lettering even has burned off. There's no NASA any longer on the outside of it. The cracking and hissing has stopped, and you can feel that the metal has cooled considerably from the higher temperature. It's no longer emanating that real deep heat that you felt when you first approached it. There still doesn't appear to be any windows, any seams. It's just this dull gray shape.
Is there landing gear underneath it?
No,
Okay.
it's at flat on the ground. It's flat. Its mass is actually pushing into the ground in basically a extended oval shape. While you're waiting, the guards come back and say that the regent has verified that the prince has been retired to one of his summer cottages, and so therefore is safe and no longer in the city.
That should have gone through. My feelings on that.
We don't. He's not supposed to be in charge. I'd rather keep him not supposed to be in charge. But more on that later. We have more important things to deal with.
Right.
I'm gonna take a bird's eye view of the egg.
Okay. When you fly over the top of it, the one thing you notice is that the upper surface seems almost translucent. It seems like you see something moving inside of it. Like there's some kind of motion, but it's through a gray haze. It's not heat related, so it's not like a dark vision, light vision situation. It's just that the upper surface seems to be almost translucent.
I'm gonna knock on it
Knock on it with mace or your fist.
with my fist. Just
Okay.
Knock, knock, knock.
Okay. The impact sound, it's almost like the surface is absorbing the sound. So you're thumping against it. You feel it, and there's an image when you come in contact. The area around it seems to respond like a wave, like a little ripple.
Taking away the
The kinetic energy.
dissipating.
The
The
kinetic
blow.
energy.
okay, then I'm going to
But
strike
after
it.
you're gonna strike. Okay.
Just punch it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Strength doesn't always win, Cord.
19.
Isn't that a crit? Or is that a dirty 19?
That's a
It's a filthy 19.
It's a base 8 with all his modifiers. You hit hard enough that you could almost feel your knuckle crack. That's how hard you solidly hit it.
But if the kinetic energy dissipated, wouldn't I just not feel anything?
No, because what it's doing is it's disseminating it across the surface, so your contact with it doesn't damage your hand. So you just you see the ripple of the energy spread around away from you. You didn't do any damage to it. Doesn't mean you didn't feel the impact.
Okay. Then I'm
Cord,
gonna
please no
walk
more
away.
physical attacks on it.
As he pulls his hand back and he looks at it, there's a hissing sound, and then a rapid, almost like an exhale, from an area about twice as tall as you are, in the side of the craft, and a little tiny seam appears that wasn't there before. That's as that expands out. Make a wisdom save because you watched it happen. I need you to make a wisdom save.
This is feeling more and more like a weapon.
12.
You heard.
Yeah, this is a weapon. There's
Like
no way.
a cry for help or an
No.
exclamation of
It sounded like an exclamation of freedom. As the little line is of a material that was as dull gray as the rest of the craft, but as the hissing sound occurs, it takes on a shinier consistency, and then bursts into the gray atmospheric form that you've seen them in before, that Vex in before.
As I said, I was going to walk away, get up my goat, set it up, and then use the mace as a battering ram.
Okay, so a mace dimensionally is only like that big.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to hold it out.
You're gonna charge forward.
I'm just,
What's gonna happen when the goat hits the end? Because the goat's gonna hit it before you do.
Any one of else try to stop him?
Okay, I'm going to twin
No,
cast
please,
polymorph on
stop.
him and the goat. I'm going to
No.
attempt to turn both of them
Guards.
into small sheep. Please make
Okay.
a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving for you and the goat.
Oh. Okay, that's a fail. And yeah, that's a nat one.
Okay,
They're
so
both sheep.
no, he's a sheep. The goat goes back to being an emblem.
No, fair enough.
The one is a what?
He's a small sheep, and his goat, which is a magical item, goes back to its emblem form.
Okay.
Back to the small stone shape.
Cord, no more physical
He doesn't understand
attacks.
English.
Ah,
He doesn't understand English. Just leave him alone.
where's my
It's a
cut?
nice green grass there, though.
It's a courtyard. Well, okay, I'm
It's
not
a
questioning it.
Wait.
No.
There
Is
are-
he a red?
Don't you
Is
dare.
he curly red?
Don't you dare.
Sheep?
Oh,
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yay.
Also courtyard.
I was about to don't you dare.
Oh,
He's
yes.
kind of adorable like this. Can we keep him?
No.
Bah.
That'd be a bad idea.
I wanna land on the roof.
Okay. Make a dex save.
I hope you die.
I said
That would be difficult.
once I've dealt with guards, and if they
Yeah, well, clearly once it went the psh sound, guard all backed up.
Oh yeah, okay. I kind of like sit down where I was
11?
facing it,
Okay.
and I just
Yeah,
watched
you
the show.
you can't keep your footing. You actually find yourself sliding down the side of it, and it's virtually frictionless.
I
And
back
that makes
off.
that window sound.
She goes, hello?
It's a very smooth surface.
Are you?
The two panels push out, so the oval shape pushes out from the surface
Okay.
about 2 inches, and then the panel splits right down the middle, even though you didn't see a seam there.
And that's
And again, screams from the door from the center,
okay.
and the 2 doors open, and a staircase folds out. It's really not so much of a staircase, but a walkway.
Well, we'd
What
like
are you
to-
rolling for?
What are you
I was gonna
doing?
try and pathfind into it, but that didn't work out.
What?
You're gonna that he was gonna wander. The sheep was gonna wander inside. No, he would
He
actually
said-
scamper away the hissing and the
We
sounds.
would-
Of
It's
the,
just like
like to talk to you. We have met others of your kind and know of you and would like to make this a peaceful meeting.
you hear a clomping sound from inside,
I don't think they're people. I think it's a weapon.
meh.
and you also hear periodic decompression. Just
Robot? I don't know anything about
We wouldn't know that.
Golem.
out from inside come 2 shiny objects about 7 feet tall.
Y'all are dead.
Domed faces, metal looking, except that it moves more fluidly. It doesn't make any metallic sounds, but each one of them is, like I said, about 8 feet tall, and they both look like they're carrying like monstrous backpacks as well, like white backpacks against.
How big are the shoulder pads?
Huh?
How big is their shoulder armor?
About,
Oh, no.
about 3 feet across.
Oh shit. We fucked up.
Hey, Space Marines don't like mutton.
Do you want to share?
Panic!
Are
So
we
wait.
done with the diplomatic round?
So
If I kill one of them, I can take their armor.
we were
Matt.
joking with each other a while back when we first ran into these guys and like what their tech level would be like. I thought they'd be like the Warhammer 40k race of Tau. Basically, these are like imagine RoboCop, but like worse. Way more powerful RoboCop. It's just two of them have just walked out.
Yes, but they still.
Unsheath me so I
so
can kill
long
them.
as we
Okay,
do not.
So
act
some
hostily.
more details you need to know.
Okay.
Their hands are 5-fingered, but they're stubby and they're wide. It looks like they're like they can't completely close their hands.
It better
Now,
not.
are they in spacesuits? I don't
You wouldn't know what that is. That's
I
why I'm
wouldn't know
describing as I am describing.
Okay.
They have no faces. They're just this shiny dome.
Okay, never
They
mind.
better not pull some Mechagodzilla shit where they shoot
Their
them.
shoes look almost silly because they've got this rounded shape, top and bottom. And by the way, once they step out into the air, their entire suits are frothing.
Or what? Frothing?
Frothing, just like
Same thing. Okay, that's the
Just
same
like
as
the-
when their ship landed, so don't get excited.
I'll land in front and
Meh.
cross my arms.
the only place that's not frothing is the shiny faceplate.
Okay.
That seems to be perfectly fine. They when they turn their heads, they actually have to like turn their upper torso. It's like their
Okay.
head's not on a swivel.
Are
They
you intelligent?
they raise a hand as you.
Golem?
No, that'd be pretty funny.
They
but
raise
no.
their hand?
Yeah, they raise their hand because these guys are waving at them. So
Okay,
they
so
just
she
raise.
raises her hand. How do you do? I am Mary Elwyn, cleric,
Don't
speak
speak common. Not at first.
wait a moment. Cleric
Look,
of Paradis.
You finish talking for a few seconds, and there's a pause. The suit screeches back at you.
Chase. I think that's your cue.
I understand language, comprehend language.
Tongues.
There you go.
Can we shout and touch them?
Would you,
No, don't touch
Or
her.
touch her?
would you speak again? I didn't understand it, but maybe now I
Okay.
can.
Tongues means you screech at them.
Okay. Then I screech at them?
Yeah, what you just say comes out as screeches for everyone else.
Yeah.
I think it worked. I'm gonna be deafening.
Voice comes back. Mary of Erwindale,
Yes.
we have record of you.
You do.
Affirmative.
Good news,
It was a
creep.
pleasure to meet you. I understand that you are
You're no
from
longer
the Candle,
under arrest.
what we call the Candle. But is your ship?
We're confused. We have you pegged as approximately infant to toddler, yet you speak as possibly fourth grader. Anyway, translation's only translating to words you know. You can't translate.
Words I don't understand.
Right.
I haven't been an infant for. Now she's trying to remember how to describe a year. For 16 revolutions of the planet around our sun.
You could say years because
Years.
the term year means virtually the same, but there's a problem.
Years.
We are not speaking of now, Mary. We're speaking of a recent then wherein you were found to be a traitor
To
and
whom?
caused the death of potential.
Well, I gotta tell you, quite honestly, that I know of no then where I wantonly killed anybody.
Inaction is still punishable when it is known to be.
Can you tell me?
I don't think it's important right now, Mary of Alwindale. We are not here for you.
Who are you here for?
We are here for Regent, whatever his name was. I don't have my. There we go. Jonathan breaks because he forgot to get the Regent's name. What's his name?
Padishah?
Padishah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatter.
Padishah.
Pad Thai.
Padishah.
The guy that you sent away.
Yeah.
What business do you have with him?
We are to take possession of property that he is currently occupying.
They want the entire kingdom. They're gonna take over the kingdom.
He's not the king.
It's only a matter of time, and he will not be king.
He was never the king. He's a regent.
You're right. He's landholder.
You do realize that this land belongs to other people and not your people.
Take us to your leader. I've always wanted to say that. That's what the guy says. You actually hear both that. You hear, take it to the leader, and I always wanted to say that.
This is our leader.
You kind
I
of
wonder why she's gesturing at me while
Shut up.
screeching.
Yeah, exactly.
But
She's screeching and pointing at you.
They want to know tell them our leader.
Right.
And you have been our de facto leader.
You kind of always speak
more
with
of a
authority.
democracy? I've never really.
Well, not since you were since you were the Tenno. Back then, you were actually a leader.
What do they want?
They want the region, and they want the land that he's occupying. They say I caused the death of somebody and I'm a traitor from another time.
But you haven't done that because it was in a different.
And they said that I should have been a baby, and they found that I'm not a baby.
Well, that's good because it would have killed you.
What am I a traitor to?
I don't know.
I don't know these people from Adam or Eve.
Nice. That was well played, Miri. I'll give you a BP for that one without even realizing you did it. The one book you're not supposed to read, you're using references from. That's awesome.
Especially in front of me. Listen, what they say happened or doesn't happen is irrelevant because of what they're going to do. What's more important is what they're going to do right now and what we're going to do about what they're going to do right now. So,
Well, you can't have it. Neener.
well,
Please tell me
tell.
they're gonna say something like
The land
news,
that
Creek.
you people were promised
There you go.
was made by somebody who did not have the right to give the land away.
That's patently ridiculous. We have the orientation documentation to validate said claim.
That man was not the ruler. That person was not the ruler of Nycos. You
You've not heard of Manifest Destiny.
were flim-flam.
my God.
Exactly! That is the basis upon which Manifest Destiny is created. Thank you for mentioning that out of character.
What's that?
He said, oh my God.
Yes, manifest destiny.
We are here because we're supposed to be here. The people who signed the document had legal right to the property at the time that they wrote the claim because they were the only people from that place.
Mary. Out of character.
Yeah.
I don't think I can say this out of character, Mike.
No?
They don't care. They want this land. They're going to use whatever justification they can scrounge up. We have gone from asking for peace, and like the Native Americans, we must put a hatchet into a post.
That's a nice line. Nice line. I'll give you a BP for that one. That's well stated.
Okay.
That was out of character, so maybe that dink in your head. I don't know. Alright, I don't know how you want to play that, but you play it how you want.
Miri,
What god do you serve?
please do something badass. Please do something badass. Please.
I don't see that my personal religious has anything to do with
Do
it.
you follow the son of the god? That
Okay,
was
speaking
risen?
of none of us understand.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can't do anything
Yeah, exactly.
about it.
Can't do anything about it.
Well,
Yeah, you're saying
And
it
you're
for
referencing a book that you only have a
You're-
slight remembrance of even reading.
I do remember the son of God.
he was like a really important figure in like the last
They
Yes.
kept on saying that he was a dead god that rose.
Yes.
It was his son that rose.
Yes.
And I go, why would they say that to me? That's stuff. I
Sure,
say
that's
stuff.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. It is not relevant. Manifest Destiny is established as a governmental policy circa, and he gives it, the next part he says makes absolutely no sense to you.
1 8.
So it sounds like a number. So-
11 1 1 2 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know when Manifest Destiny was invented.
Oh, you know? Manifest Destiny was established.
I don't know the actual year, month.
No, but
Yeah.
it was fundamentally behind the Monroe Doctrine and
Yeah.
So it would be more like 18 1
Oh yeah,
8.
it was the 1800s.
It would be more like 1803 115 1123. More closer to that.
yeah. In reference to that documentation, we therefore are establishing our claim. We want to work out the peaceful liberation of this property with the minimum of casualties, as we are a people of peace.
No, you're not. You're taking something that is not yours.
You,
You can't help her at all because you
You
can't even
could've
stand a
said-
word. No, you can't even stand a word she's saying.
I know. I'm just saying. You could have been like, you wanna.
No, you're not there.
Oh man.
They say that offense.
We will in compassion afford you a fortnight to withdraw, and minimum safe distance will be 1 mile.
From what?
This vessel.
That takes up too much of the city.
No, I'm asking you to abandon the city. That's hence the reason why we placed the vessel where we did. The 1 mile is more than sufficient to give you a buffer so that we can begin the acquisition protocols.
And what is that acquisition protocol?
Step 1, removal of all willing. Number 2,
She says in the first
security of the zone by martial means if by martial means if necessary, and step 3, the creation of the perimeter border wall as mandated by. No, I'm not going to go there.
Wow.
Became a protocol to all governmental advancement thereafter.
Wow.
So she tells you what they're demanding.
I walk over to Sheepcourt and I start petting his head.
Ah.
Okay, bud. I get it now.
Someone throw me at them in sheep form and then turn me back in midair.
That'd be kind of awesome.
I want to
She points
grapple
to
one of
her
them.
head like this.
You need to nuke them. We're going to.
You know exactly.
Really?
You know what she
Come
means.
on.
You know what she means.
I want the armor. I want the ship. Oh my gosh, we could turn the ship into a missile and bring.
Wonder if it's
We need the ship.
wild.
You know what you are
Get
right
the
now?
ship.
You know what you are right now?
Can you-
You're the insane toaster from Fallout New Vegas. You are a little sheep who thinks he can blow up the world.
And he said, no,
No.
more likely, he's a bleating
Okay.
little red sheep running in circles right now
Do you know
because
who
he's
does
not doing
this?
any of those things because you're a
Adventure
sheep.
Time.
I'm playing Goat Simulator.
Oh, the penguin, yeah.
He's the penguin.
Yeah. it is.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Adventure Time, Gunther.
Who?
Don't worry about him.
Okay, I don't know.
Anyways, so
Someone will
So
appreciate
quickly
my,
counts.
my
Yeah.
reference.
Sheep will
Count
matter.
him, just count him, just count him.
and telepathic bonds.
Okay.
Bah.
Hey, do either of us shut up right now? Do either of us have do either of you have do you remember those drapes that we one time tried to use to make an Assyrian annihilation using a bag of holding, but I stopped that by using a wall of stone? The drapes that lead to like the abyss or whatever?
You better spare the armor.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Who has those?
Probably Kush.
Or the house.
You better spare the armor whatever you do.
Ba 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 ba.
You could
Why
try
did
to
you like
disintegrate
record?
them.
This is okay. Every time we try to use magic
I
on these
don't
things,
know
it
what
blows
his
up.
sheep roll were.
I'd rather not.
Can we get far away and you can do it?
No, it doesn't have that great of a range.
Which
What
would
are we doing?
remove the armor from their corpses.
I think if we get
Matt,
get them to leave, or we somehow go around them, we can use one of the drapes to simply just move the thing elsewhere. Because it's probably too heavy for you to telekinesis away, and definitely too heavy for any of us to lift or to move in any meaningful manner.
do you even lift?
You know, I could step one a long way away.
You can.
She's wanting you to change back to the other form so she can flex these, check your
that made
muscles
me
up.
lightheaded of laughing that hard.
I can lift it into the air.
Is it? Do you really think it's that light?
I can lift 2,400 pounds.
35 feet long? No, you're not going to lift it.
No, but I
spell
think if I
effect
could
is
get up and
50
touch
foot
one of
radius.
them, I could do it.
No, he's talking about
Reverse
weight,
gravity.
poundage.
Yeah.
Oh, reverse gravity.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind then.
yeah.
So he's actually going to use their engine, basically. Because remember, I described them as being countered gravity when they approach.
Oh, well, then never mind. Reverse gravity doesn't have a weight limit. I don't think it does. That'd be weird.
That are not somehow anchored to the ground.
Are they carrying
Go
weapons?
up. Is it considered anchored
They're
to the
wearing
You have no idea what's going on under the surface.
Power armor.
Yes.
So are we planning to kill them yet?
Think more EVA suit, guys. Stubby fingers, backpacks.
Getting there.
As an Evangelion.
Those
Like
space,
Moonwalker
the space marines.
clothes.
Sam?
No,
Sam.
no,
You
EVA.
gave them backpacks. You said their shoulder pads were 3 feet across. You described
have you
the space
seen?
marine.
Have you seen a U.S. spaceman?
Yeah, you 3 feet.
Exactly. Look at a person in a NASA EVA suit.
Are you NASA's?
We are representatives of NASA. Yes.
Are you the military part of it?
We are part of the Expeditionary Force.
Force.
Yes.
Why do you want this planet?
Ooh.
We are merely seeking a foothold for colonization.
He means oil. That's what they want.
Bah.
I mean, you're far. I just typed in EVA Space Force. You're far.
They
You're
want
not-
to
you're not-
establish a colony, but
Oil.
it's done by force.
So do we want to remove these people now or later?
Now.
I pet him a few more times, and I start the unpolymerization process and go get him, Tiger, and I lean away.
Okay, so I just want you to picture this.
Wait, how far away would I have been from the guards?
Oh, you're probably 100 yards from the guards. The guards are backed way up. They're at archery range right now.
And
There.
to the people.
They're 200 feet back. What's that?
To the Nusos.
Oh, you're probably only 100 feet from them.
And I was probably closer.
How fast do you think you can make it back to Cauldron and back?
Me?
Yes, you.
Two
As
steps.
he's calling off.
But who do you want?
The curtain from the house. The thing we had. Okay, if you remember a while ago, we tried to. So we came across another portal into the abyss, right? We before that came across a drapery that was also a portal to the abyss. We took the drapery, folded it up so it was inactive anymore, and we kept it. We put it in a bag of holding. When we came across this second portal that wasn't mounted to anything, we were going to use that portal and a bag of holding to create a annihilation zone to remove the portal. We didn't end up doing that because wall of stone, and I fixed the problem because there was too many variables, whatever. The point is, we could use that curtain, assuming, because it's a whole drapery, we could drape it over the spaceship and send the spaceship into the abyss. Which is a plus to me because A, I'm messing with the demons, and a plus to everyone else because this is no longer a
I
problem.
wonder if we lay it out for them to walk on.
That's why we have him.
Listen, I'm going to take one suit of armor. That's all I ask.
You're saying this in advance.
I am
this way. I got you.
I am asking, can you make it to Cauldron, grab the drapery, and then come back?
Realistically, it's going to take you at least half an hour, maybe longer.
Okay.
Because she's got to physically get there and go searching,
half
and
an hour.
that gives you half an hour times 10. That's 300 rounds.
We could go get the Emergent guy and handcuff him and then bargain with these guys for 30 minutes.
Sure, okay. Then I will drop polymorph on you to explain the situation and, hold on.
I also have long strider and I can.
Speed her up.
I'm going to look at
Yep.
the suits.
Okay, but that's only physically talking about the movement. You still have
but
to
while
actually pick
she's
us up
in the
this.
house, she can, move faster.
Yeah.
Or even haste her.
Do you really want me gone for that long in
Haste and
case
long
things go
stride.
wrong?
Compared to the alternative of not having a way to get rid of this, yes. It's not I don't value your abilities, but your ability to move across time and space that quickly is far more valuable than your ability to swing a sword. And yes, I realize you can teleport.
No, that was what I was going for.
Okay.
What if I box those two in for an hour?
There we go.
Can I be boxed in with him, please?
You're not allowed
I
to. I'm not allowed
bring
to.
it.
No.
You can't bring it down. We have to wait the full hour.
That's all I need.
Just.
No, Coward, stay here. We'll
Done,
take care of it
boy.
later.
So about your staff, Have you used it today?
I mean, it is starting to like get a
Are
little
you
bit
doubting
worn
my
out.
ability?
Yeah,
Are
so
your,
I do
Are your
need-
wings a little sparkly?
Are you doubting my ability
Yes.
to take on?
Yes,
You are?
actually.
Hmm.
Remember the hand incident?
They don't have guns. What are you talking about?
Put them in a box. We'll get you armed. Cast
Yeah.
Longstrider. Get gone. I'll look cool. Any disseminations?
Is he in the box or out of the box?
Out of the box.
Good.
Okay, what box?
And she said,
It's Force Cage.
It's what?
Force Cage?
Oh, Force Cage.
Oh,
I thought
Force
you were
Cage.
doing Wall of Force.
No.
she looks at the tube bed, screeches, whatever language they're
And
speaking,
you look at the armor
and
and
says,
literally
if you'll
drool.
excuse me, I'll be right back. And then she steps to the archway that she put.
You have to. She's casting at you, so.
Yeah, so I.
So,
You wait a second, get Longstrided,
Yeah.
and then you leave.
Yeah.
You move with
Okay.
spinning pieces by 10 feet.
but you're telegraphing to them what you're doing.
No, I don't.
You just
you
telegraphed.
you said you were leaving.
No.
I said I was leaving.
You're telegraphing to us, the screeching people,
Yes.
that you're leaving.
Yes. She said.
I said I'd be back. Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Right. I'm just saying. That and the casting, I'm just clarifying they have a few
I'm gonna-
moments here to deal with before the box goes.
Okay.
And you're force gauging them?
Yes.
I try to
And
make it so.
Okay, I tried to make it more of like a break moment, but if we're going to do it in steps, that works too.
no, I'm just
I'll wait
clarifying.
until it's done.
I'm clarifying what everybody's doing.
No,
Yeah.
it has now occurred in steps instead of a break, happening all at once.
No, it's all going to happen at once. I'm wanting to know how much mechanical time I'm going to have to respond to any of this because she made it so there's a chance.
Yeah,
for me to-
now it's happening in steps. I'm saying, never mind. Never mind.
Well, no, because for clarification,
I didn't
you
communicate
had.
my plan well enough.
Well, no, you also were all doing it through
Yes.
the mental, so there's nothing they could respond to.
Right.
Therefore, you could feasibly have told her, "Don't telegraph your action because we're doing this all at the same time."
Okay.
I'm granting you that.
Yeah, okay. So
You didn't expect that.
I'm like, okay, on the count of 3, do the things that we've been assigned. All right, okay? We all cool with what we've been assigned?
With this,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, break.
Percentage dice for each person.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm
I know.
also not doing it.
Okay.
Therefore, if you roll a success, you can only help them.
Okay.
This is that we're using the Condre. So you'll roll.
I literally said I'm looking cool. Got
Yeah,
it.
I
I'm
got it,
rolling
I
to
got
look cool.
No, I literally know somebody that.
I looked extremely cool. I rolled a 96.
Hey, I rolled an Oct 3.
You want low numbers because you're rolling under the double of it.
What happens
Crap.
when
Double
my-
or
Yay!
I
So you didn't look so cool.
What happens when this is?
So what I do is,
The first digit is a 0.
What? No, that's 60. You fool.
What? Oh, that's 60. Oh, I can't.
9.
odd two.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so you got
Wow.
2 really good ones. You got an ought, whatever, and an ought something. And what did you fortunately you put yourself in a position where your dice roll doesn't
Yeah.
really much matter.
Exactly.
68.
25.
Okay, so 3 of you made it for clear. Somehow you flubbed up the spell, and what's another of the spells that you have?
Oh, I flipped up Monstrider.
It's your first time casting it.
What else could you guess?
What else could you have cast?
Absorb elements and jump.
You mixed up Longstrider and Jump.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So it's the same thing.
And she goes like running away. They're like, wait, did I make her jump higher or run faster?
Well, not only that, the thing is funny. She starts going bound. You go, oh, that was. What's that? Oh, that's right. You do got your.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to flip this up. Okay, natural 20.
So you reduce it to
You
like
reduce it by
48.
reduce it from 58 from 68 to 48.
48, yeah.
So 48.
And then these 2 with their ridiculously positive numbers. She leaned into the spell basically, so it still works. Okay.
armor up to the cage and start clawing.
I
it.
tried.
For
Get it.
comedic effect, I would have loved it, but for
You
story,
But Mr.
distracted by
Flub,
the
you
wind.
find yourself basically in a box, a cube of white material that does not allow you to move in any direction. It's like it's like you hit. It's like they hit you with a grenade that put this foam
I've been
bubbleified dart from a demolition man.
There you go. Thank you.
Demolition
So
Man.
I
dude.
can't move my arms.
Right. You're
I'm gonna-
frozen in
Okay,
space.
in that case, I'm gonna go
You have
help
to
him
wait for it
out.
to wear off.
I'm gonna try and help him out.
Guys, is the space to the left of 10 feet to the left of me clear?
I'm gonna run over and start attacking the foam, and with a nat 1, I will do nothing.
Actually, you run over and you bump into it and it bounces and rolls away.
You want to?
So you're like, oh crap!
Is the space 10 feet above me clear?
Is it?
Well, you can't tell from which side is above because he got knocked over and rolled a couple of times.
Cast jump. Jump up. Check.
No, it's not that.
No?
He can't tell what up is anymore because
Oh.
he's inside of basically a ball
Well, I
of
mean, if
sun.
you give me a minute to sit, I can like feel the blood rush into a certain
Right.
part of me.
Right, but he went running over and bumped into it, so the ball is kind of like rolling.
Is oh my god, answer the question.
Okay, so I see that and I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
I'm like about to, and then I see that.
you cast the
happen.
force cage. These the two individuals are caught inside the cage. Make a wisdom check. Those of you that failed the first wisdom check, those that are seeing
can't
spirits.
say
Nope, I
You don't have to worry about
I
yourself.
passed.
Really lovely.
Okay.
You see them. You see them. You see them inside the clutches of a giant.
If I teleport inside of the ground,
What?
I blame you.
The spell goes off, and it looks like a
have
ghostly
rolled
dragon
4
is holding
eights
them
in
in
a
its
row.
claws.
hold on.
Alright, that's
I
cool.
would tell you which side is down, up for you, but I don't know what that is.
Towards the sky, from me, is the space clear 10 feet up.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try and help him again. That's another nat 1.
I will murder you.
He rolled. Boom! Now you're playing soccer. You're now rolling again.
I'm gonna vomit.
I'm gone. I'm not there.
No place for it to go. It's gonna be in your mouth.
But she does have a ring back at home. That's what she's shooting for, is the ring
Okay.
back
So
home.
you get home. And the first thought is, where's that drape? No, I'm gonna get my ring. Which is it?
Ring.
What?
You just said ring.
What? Why are you getting the ring?
Ring?
I don't know
What?
anything about a ring.
But you just said
ring.
I said the rings. I have rings set up at home. My
He's
target.
got stepping
That's
rings.
the
Right.
focal point.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, you
Okay.
made it sound like you were going to get like an actual ring.
No.
It was like you
Okay,
changed
yeah.
your story, changed your
Yeah.
mind completely. That was like,
No,
whoa,
no.
awesome. I wonder if I can give her 2 or 3 other things to think about, and then she'll forget to bring the drapes on.
So I'll look.
I'm back, folks. Where's the drapes? Damn it! I got something.
No.
That would have been hysterical.
And again, I would have loved to have fudged up, but no.
In serious time.
It's too dire.
Anyway, you're out for 30 rounds, or 300 rounds. So.
Yeah, because I have to locate it. No, I'll ask the leper ring.
Is magic always this hard?
Because
Oh,
it
is it?
is a piece of
You
folded
must be
cloth.
new.
Can
There it is. All right, so you didn't engage the 2 dudes. The 2 dudes are inside the cage. He's seeing it as a dragon holding them. He's like, "The dragon! It's a dragon!"
And
And,
then
so,
playing
I'm like,
Rocket League
"Hey."
with my cushion ball.
Cool.
and soccer kick to you.
Jace, you upgraded your force cage. It looks like a dragon's fondling them. That's awesome.
Sure, you've never seen the spell, so sure. If that's how you view it, sure.
So, yeah, of course.
Great choice of words.
Great, absolute best choice of words humanly possible.
Fondle.
Fondling
Dragon is
them.
fondling them.
It's
Fondling
sheepishly
them.
possible, okay? Have ascended.
Can, oh my god.
What?
Sheepishly possible? That's
Yeah.
a bad.
And for a moment, I forget that we're linked, and I say, and I named my son after you. I mean, what?
Okay.
Wow.
Well, okay.
You know what? You're making me do this. I am wasting a sorcery point.
Here we go.
To cast.
Positive orientation.
No, I am-
I'm gonna help you again.
I'm not.
That's a 28 to attack the.
So he rolls it up to what he thinks is feet up or feet down.
No,
No, he's attacking it.
I mean, I'm going to grab it and try and rip it apart. That's what I mean.
Grab what?
The
The styrofoam
The
ball.
styrofoam stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you grab a hold with both hands, and both hands come back with styrofoam.
I am wasting a sorcery point to non-verbally or somatically cast message to tell Cord to fuck off for 5 minutes.
Aren't you telepathically
I
bonded?
can't get my hands up to. Oh yeah, you're right.
You don't actually do this in character.
I can imagine him shouting in his mind, going, "I can't tell you guys this. Damn it! I wish I could touch my forehead because I can't tell you to leave me alone."
I'm just like,
And I'm just like,
Cord, stop.
and I just said,
what does the foam stuff taste like?
what?
What are you like 4?
Yeah, this is why I need to upgrade my intelligence.
Like
Look at
nothing.
you got normal
Does it-
human wisdom.
It pulls the moisture out
Are
of
you
your
telling
mouth.
me? Are you telling me that if you walked down the street and you grabbed 10 people and you handed them a ball of styrofoam,
They would bite. I'll
that
take
a
bites.
significant portion of them would try to eat it?
I just want to go back for a
That's what a 10 intelligence means. That's what you're trying to tell us. That this is
Okay.
what my intelligence means.
Okay,
You want to go back in a moment to.
listen.
to say, first of all, you thought that you couldn't think to us when I just revealed that I named my son after Cord.
Weird.
It's a good after dinner mint. Yeah, that's what it is. Drag all the water right back out of your mouth.
Has the blood drained to a specific part?
Yeah,
of the body
you figure out where up is.
Thunderstep.
Okay, so the styrofoam ball explodes. It's like a confetti of white for 30 feet around. What's the range on?
Oh, it's
12
like
foot?
10 feet.
10 feet? So it's just a ball of styrofoam because he's going to atomize it with a thunder wave. It's like in your eyes and your hair, covering your entire
I'm
upper
not there.
body.
Don't look
Cord.
at me.
Next time I bring you back, you're going to be a foot shorter.
The doors of the vessel are closing.
Please make him 1 inch shorter to me, so I can just.
Yes,
Play
I will
with
do
that.
that.
You can do that?
Yes.
Can you make me taller?
It's called
We can make it
magic.
Outside.
That would be awful,
Okay,
wouldn't
well,
it?
Why is the
what do
door
you mean
closing?
awful?
I don't
The
know.
human?
Why is the
I
door
wouldn't.
closing?
Wait, what are the 2 Space Marines doing?
Standing inside their cage, trying to figure out how to get out.
Cool.
As a matter of fact, one of them pulled out a small box and flipped it open and is like
It's an
waving it
invisible
around.
cage.
I know, but they
They're
physically
trying to
can't
deal
leave.
with
They're
it.
trying to. No, he sees it as dragons.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing is creating a place where you can actually see your cage.
Oh.
Wait,
Hmm.
didn't this happen when we were in that one place at that
I like the way
one
she
time?
switches which sides of her forehead. I get better reception over here, so I'll use this side.
Sorry, you were
It
saying.
kind of looks like a microphone
Sorry.
that way if I talk into my thumb.
No, remember when we were back at that iteration where he needed to be tussed up and we could see magic?
Yes.
That.
I mean, the suit matches the color.
The best thing to do now is not limit our choices of what we can do.
Okay,
But
Do
I'm
you have
back to you.
backup plan?
You cast spell. Your action.
Do you have a backup plan?
To cast it again.
Okay. I'm gonna get about 30 feet away. Like,
So you're backing up.
well, I was.
You're 100 feet away, right?
Yeah,
so you
so-
you're charging forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get enough range so that I'm at least 30 feet away. Just in
Okay, so
case.
that'd be regular run and your dash to get
Yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay, so she bonused and dashed, so she's within 40 at this point. You're
yeah,
still getting
that's
closer.
perfectly fine.
Okay, and Jason's action?
My action will be, I guess, already to cast telekinesis if they somehow get out of the box.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go up to the box and try and intimidate them. And by that, I mean I'm going to like start punching at the
Okay,
dragon.
you'll be at
claws.
disadvantage because you don't speak their language.
I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm just gonna froth up the mouth and like go bug-eyed and try and get in at them.
So you're gonna try to punch the force cage.
Well, it's not gonna do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
He embarrasses himself.
that's 13.
Yeah, it's still embarrassing. It's a wall of force, so
Do nothing.
you don't do anything to it.
Well, I'm not trying to intimidate the wall of force. I'm trying to intimidate them.
I know.
Yeah,
With the 13, you didn't impress them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Imagine-
Matter of fact, the one of them scans you.
uh-oh.
Okay, and now the doors finish their closing. The one guy inside pushes some buttons on his little box, and nothing happens. He shakes his head, starts messing with the dials a little bit differently on it, jabbering away to the other guy. Back to you.
They're talking again. Do you mind making it so that somebody can understand what they're saying?
Look cooler.
I mean,
Look cooler.
I guess I have tongues now.
Okay. Yeah, he's saying, no, apparently that's not the proper frequency. Try turning it up by half a kg.
Tell them it's magic.
I think they know that.
You know it.
Yes.
They know.
Matter can't pass through the box.
Yeah, I get it. Your action?
Small part of me is feeling a little bit bad because I'm being tempted to do this, but I'm gonna prepare to twin cast Disintegrate on the two of them if they manage to get out of the box.
Nice.
Oh, their armor. You're one of them.
You literally have adamantium armor sitting at home. Don't you even talk to me about armor right now.
And she I don't know what she was going to do after she closed, but she's within 30 feet.
Detect magic. Does the ship give off any magic still? If at all?
The vessel doesn't. The two guys inside the suits do.
Okay.
And the box is reading as necromantic magic.
Okay.
Dispel magic.
I already casted Detect Magic.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, if they get out, I'm gonna try and grapple one.
Okay. As you're watching, the little box starts to hum a little bit, and your dragon wall cage vaporizes. Just
Immediately, I'm going to try and grapple.
right. You said you would.
How will a 21 do?
Oh, you grabbed a hold of one of them. Now you're grabbing in a bear hug. You grabbing around the arm. What's your actual specific action?
I'm going to grab them.
There's
grab
two
the
of them.
guy- grab one of them.
The one with the box, or the one without the box?
The one with the box.
Okay.
And I'm going to bear hug around the biceps. So just.
To hold the box down.
You,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
boxing clinch him.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you let off. Poof, poof.
2 dex saves. I gotta go get some d10s, d6s. You got a hell of a DC.
Well, with a 14 and a 4, I don't think I have to worry. You have to worry too much.
Okay. So I had to outcast this because.
Just want to make sure, huh?
No, we didn't get assuming we didn't get a long rest.
Yeah, you would have had a long rest.
I can't. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
because it's
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Time.
it was 2 days
Yeah, time
for
away, that's right.
coordination.
13. So it starts off as 10, so here's 5, and then an additional 3. Woo. That was a lot of ones. 6, 8, 14, 18, 32, and 40 is 72 points of damage.
70?
72.
72? Okay. Heavy metal moment. Basically, their outer suits disintegrate first. Then they've got a silver clothing on inside of that, and then it physically burns them as they disintegrate there in front of you. But it doesn't kill them, either one of them.
Is it alive?
They're both still alive, but they take 2 breaths and scream, and as they scream to the ground, they start to bubble.
Wall of Force, please.
Yes. Well, of course.
Oh, okay. So we're finishing out the action. So finish out the action. You were closing to within 30. You got within 30 when he grabs one of them, and then he disintegrated them both. So one of them disintegrated in your arms, and you're holding him against you. He's not down, but his entire body is frothing.
Just wait until he gets away.
So white, reddish,
we've got a little bit of
splashy.
time.
You're getting basically covered with his
That's
bodily fluids as he's
Disgusting.
disintegrating in your arms.
Is the flip thing? Is it that the device he used?
No, the device is gone too.
Yeah, they well, clearly they escaped because he was able to grab him. So.
Yeah.
There's something. Well, the device they were using, he switched it to the reading was 27 kgs and hit a button, and when he did, the wall of force disintegrated.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry, I should have said that.
Yeah, that would have made a little bit more sense.
So you charged within 30 feet of this, so you're now standing close as the thing's disintegrating.
I
You're
just
seeing its
watched.
flesh boil off.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your reaction? Because now would be your next action, because you usually at charge you get that close.
Have my maul out.
Okay.
Just ready.
Yeah, the thing's shrieking in agony.
I'm not.
It was clearly a person that, for one instant, as it was melting down, as the suit and everything disintegrated.
Can we bring him back?
I'm going to tell Cord to let go of the melting creature and to back away. And I'm going to ready a wall of force to enclose those two once none of our allies are within proximity of it.
In actuality, it's actually going to fall into him and try to hold on. Just like somebody who's in agony, who's not thinking.
And instead of pushing him off, I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
And of course, those who can, since you can understand it, you can hear one of them shrieking, "Help me! Oh God, it's burning! Help me! Oh God, it's awful!"
Close the box.
I'm melting.
Oh, yeah, he let go. So yeah.
No,
It's grabbing onto him. And
It's
he's
grabbing hold of
going,
him,
"You
so-
gross."
so-
He's not trying to push him off. Close the box.
Box.
Okay, so
And I'm.
yeah, go ahead and make your con save.
Brace.
Yay! 25.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 17,
I see 2 5s.
27, 27 and 5, 32, 39, 49, 50 points of damage inside the space as they explode.
Is it half? Because I made my con save?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, now I finally got the link.
What thing?
Oh, 21. From. Okay. But that was. 20.
Okay. So there's a it's like the line where the wall of force dome hits
It's
the guy,
like
just singes the grasses or whatever.
What was it? Code 62. What was the Monsters Incorporated when they found the sock?
I don't know.
Oh, they disintegrated the sock by putting it underneath the thing and they went. And then
Oh, from Monsters. Okay, yeah. I was when you said Monsters Incorporated, I had in my head Adventurers Incorporated. I was going, I watched that show.
Okay.
Wow.
He comes out looking rather singed. Oh, good thing is get rid of that fuzz that you had growing on top of your head and you burned it all off.
Yay!
Okay.
But there's a silhouette of a person
Ooh.
So
Arms around you.
Ooh.
I now have a temporary tattoo of.
No, it's not just on the externals. It's on your clothes. It's just
Oh.
sooted your clothes.
Look like a wall from Hiroshima.
There you go.
That's what we're going for.
Yep. That's morbid as hell.
I'm just gonna look at you. You couldn't have spared one of them at least. I had him in like a.
He was going to. He was. I would rather not find out what their combat prowess is, considering their armor. I imagine they're a little bit better equipped than the average dude with a long rifle.
Okay, for clarification, when you wrap your arms around it, it felt like you were wrapping around somebody who was wrapped in heavy padded armor. You didn't feel any metal at all when you squished into the suit.
Okay, I feel less
It's like
bad about
like
that.
a martial law.
Again, no, it's EVA. It's extravehicular.
Okay. So it's not a space marine.
It was no.
Okay. So
Okay.
I was going for the scare effect and it worked.
Okay.
But it was big and ominous and whatever. The thing that's left is there are 2 helmets laying on the ground.
I'm grabbing one of them.
Yeah, the 2 helmets didn't go down in the fire, in the explosions.
Hopefully these have a heads up display.
That's really funny because right now there's still bits of heads inside of them.
Great. Well, I'm gonna take both of them. I'm gonna shake them out.
Oh, God.
Gonna add them to my collection.
He's gonna be like brave from
In 28 minutes?
Star Wars and just have the helmet on, walking around.
So the ship is still.
The ship is back to hermetically sealed.
So as long as this thing doesn't go off before it goes supposed to, then yeah.
Thoughts on turning the ship into a small creature?
How exactly do you plan on doing that?
The W word?
No, when you turn people into creatures, I can make them. Make it
Oh, you're
permanent.
talking about the big polymorph.
Yes,
Oh,
I read it in a book once.
are you sure casting magic on this thing is a good idea?
Fair point.
Because the outer layer is clearly adapted, but when we burn through the outer layers of these guys, then they went nuclear on us.
True.
So I imagine the inner layers of that thing haven't adapted properly yet.
This is true.
Yes.
Hmm.
If you have nothing else to do for 28 minutes, she'll be back. But other than that, I don't. They're not going to respond. There's not going to be any sound from the device at all.
I'm gonna.
So are we just gonna toss that into the ether?
Well, not into the ether, into the abyss. I imagine some demons will have fun with it.
Are you sure you
Okay,
wanted to go down there with that ship?
It's not like
It's a bomb. It's going to blow up down there, and I'm gonna laugh.
People
Oh,
on board it
demons are gonna be like,
not bomb.
There's people
Don't put,
aboard?
you don't. There were 2 people in suits aboard. You sure it's a bomb?
Why
I'd
don't
love
we
to
just
find
not
out
evolve?
instead of throwing it into the abyss.
But we don't know about that.
why don't
I
we
know.
So it doesn't matter.
use
I know, it doesn't
the
matter.
curtain for the
Is there
bigger
any way they can
handle?
unseal it?
Yes.
Yeah, Travis, you weren't here at the beginning, but the Connect fritzed out on me for some reason. It can't even see it on the list of stuff. It was there earlier, but it was frozen. So I tried to use the advice that you gave me before, which was to delete it from the list and then plug it back in, but I can't see it. So please send me the step-by-step instructions, or if you can sign in from there and figure out how to reconnect it, I'd be glad to use it. But until then, we're using this because it's the only camera we can get going. So thanks for noticing. Appreciate the input. All right. Sorry for that.
Helmets. Gonna wash them out and try and fit one on.
Okay. Make a. Let's see.
I never learned their names.
Let's go with just a D20 roll.
13.
Yeah, you squish it on. It's very uncomfortable. It feels very weird around your ears because it's pushing your ears flat against the side of your skull, and you're feeling a slight pain from your prefrontal lobe areas up here, and the face looking out. All you're looking at is black from the inside of the helmet. So when you pull it all down and get it all snug, all you see is black. But floating right in front of you there's a little squiggle of symbols that keeps repeating right in the front.
See, if you had those nanomachines still, you would have integrated that helmet into your system, and then you can actually use the helmet. But you decided to get rid of those, so.
The last time you integrated something into your system, you
If I had nanobots running through my veins, they probably could have taken control of me with their little device thing and had me attack you guys.
could be.
Could be.
Dance, magic, dance.
I'm gonna just find a door, or I'm gonna find a. I can't remember. I'm gonna find a walk up to like a building and just like sit on the steps.
Okay.
When he's not looking, I'm looking at him, and then I'll look away.
Okay.
You could probably call the guard though.
Probably.
With nothing here, and go back to their duties. Goodbye.
What are you doing, Omar?
Whoa.
Other than flirting?
A little flashback there. Doesn't look like
Olmura. Umora.
Olmora.
Omara.
Umara.
Olmara.
Olmara is compared to the new Mara.
Umara, yeah.
The old Mara and the new Mara.
Yo, is that like your avatar state? When you start channeling your ancestors, you turn into Olmara?
Then nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
My eyes start to glow a little bit, and I have like a little bit of the
Blue? Yeah, there you
a
go.
little glowy.
Alright. Anyway, sorry.
My tattoos
Very
start glowing.
theatrical.
Yes. Sorry, I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
Umara is just kind of looking for any more signs of like anything hostile.
The only thing that's left in signs, if you will, are the little bits of splattered goo for where the dome was.
There are cracks there and everything.
What, in the wall force? You just use a
Oh,
wall
in
force.
the wall fort? Then no.
Other than that, if you guys wait and just spawn the time, eventually you come back with you got the drapes and your ring.
I just start
no,
playing
I'm just
I
solid.
do have my ring. I have a ring of displacement.
Yes, but
And
that's
I
not what
constantly
we're for.
forget I have.
I start playing the equivalent of solitaire.
The equivalent of solitaire.
It's called solitaire, but she calls it equivalent.
No,
Because she's not you. If you were playing it, it'd be solitaire, but if she's playing it, it's the equivalent.
Anyway.
that was a stretch. No,
It was
I don't know
horrible.
if there's like. No, I just started playing solitaire.
Okay, you're
If one of
sitting
you
on the
hold-
ground.
If one of you holds
It's
it
a
on,
military thing. There's your break. Smoke them if you got them.
If somebody was willing to hold it on the ground, I can fly it up and drape it over.
Hold what on the ground?
The
Oh.
the drape.
Are you
How big is
we
it? What's
can't
its
find a way
dimension?
to access this?
Suppose we can try. We have time.
I mean, it flies.
It does.
And we can get places faster.
But there are things.
I'm
usually
gonna regret
explode.
saying this, but Cord, you have the most experience with this type of tech. Do you have any advice
On it flying,
on how to get in it?
typically what I do
I gather
is
up
I
my
get
cards.
my tools,
Put them in my
I
bag.
find a little weakness in it, and I break into it that way. But this is pretty much a flat surface, so I don't know what to do.
As soon as
Okay,
they're
cool.
like,
I'm glad you didn't have any leads because I didn't want to find out where they went.
The trick is you could go, I think I understand how some technical panels, you go try to look for panels and
it's-
break out your percentage dice and give it a try.
Alrighty.
I'm in mid card, and I hear this. Scoop all my cards, put it in my bag, and I'm like
93.
giving them birth.
93?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Higher or lower?
It's right here.
Roll a d20 first. Roll a d20 first. So I
I'm
need
just
my
like, nope.
chart to use.
10.
Nope, nope, nope.
Chart 10. Alright.
What is Cord doing right now?
Cord Cord has got a screwdriver out and he's pouring over the outside of the
Okay,
surface.
listen. I know it sounds crazy because the most experience of any of us
1,
with this
2,
stuff.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm saying this while
Higher or lower?
Ding ding. What?
I
Alright.
just
Remember-
do this.
Alright. He goes, I think I got something here.
5.
Go ahead, next one.
And?
Okay.
And? He doesn't have it anymore.
2. It's lower.
Wait.
You hear a psh sound like the decompression sound like you heard
Reason
before.
why he lost his arm in the first place.
Third
He
time?
started meddling.
Not really.
He said, "Shoot my arm instead of shoot
35.
that target."
I don't know.
I'm dumber than him.
Listen, I like having faith in people occasionally.
25.
I like seeing this faith reward.
Okay, so 25. Is it higher or lower?
What the
than that?
dream?
Lower.
We'll get to that.
The door pops out and the seam's back there. One more time, you'll be in the door.
I'm just saying, if it works, it'll be great.
That's a 40.
Adjust it.
10, he already did.
The D12?
Yeah.
Yeah, here you
You already
D12.
used it? Oh, well.
I'm gonna say it's lower.
Well, you haven't. You already used your name tag too, didn't you?
Yeah.
And your 40 is lower?
Mhm.
Okay. The door seals back up and you pinch your finger. Pick a finger.
Pinky.
Okay, pinky.
Left or right?
Left.
You've lost your left pinky finger. It actually gets pinched and cut off inside the door. That's a good. Where's my damage?
You're adorable.
That's a good 8 points of
But-
damage.
You can literally.
That's
just-
permanent loss of hit points.
That's a book.
It's the same hand.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
It's his pinky.
yeah, but he lost 8 points permanently from his hit points.
Yeah, out of like 3 million.
My pinky has twice the hit points of a peasant.
Yes. Sure, a peasant child specifically, but yes.
Until it gets replaced.
No, you can't replace it until he does a restoration or a greater spell.
Regeneration.
My
Crush has that.
gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah, but Kush also is reincarnated. We might end up with something worse than a cord.
So I can take my pinky and just
No, you
a
have
peasant?
you have no pinky.
on my
You
left.
could.
There
you
is
could've.
no spoon.
You probably could have beat a pinky, beat a peasant with your pinky. So yeah, I'd parry with my pinky. Oh darn! I don't have a pinky.
I'm just gonna.
Butter, look
I
at
almost
me,
had it.
Mr. Butterfingers.
Yes, you almost.
Now he can
I'm
never
not
eat
there.
drink
Nothing
tea.
exploded. It's only me.
You're the person who specifically
As
recommended
I'm
Oh, he can't drink
gesturing,
tea with his
I'm
left
not
hand.
Yeah, no, you said.
It's
I
like-
thought you said in character to recommend to do this.
as I'm gesturing, I'm flipping
No.
blood everywhere.
And blood is splashing all over.
Jesus, the healing word. Stop that.
I can try again
9 points of HP. Stop.
if you want me to.
No. I'm
Okay.
just get rid of it. I hate looking at this thing, and I'd love to put it where I hate going to.
So how big is this cloth?
You said it was like a tapestry.
Okay, so it's 60 feet high, 60 feet in width and probably 20 feet in length. Yeah,
Sure.
it won't cover, it won't drape the complete surface, but
So it won't pass
You know, you
through.
could just put it in front of it, anti-gravity it, and have me push it through it.
that would work theoretically.
Sure. We'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll like hold up one end and hold it open, and then you could gravity it.
Let's see whether or not the gravity thing works though.
It will.
Magic.
I swear to God, if this thing goes nuclear.
Nope.
No, it doesn't work, or no, it doesn't go nuclear.
No, and no, you're able to get it
Okay.
and get it. So mark off the use of that spell.
Okay, quickly fold up. the
I
cloth.
quickly like lay it down on the ground and quickly like roll it back up.
Well, you're having to hold it. You're pushing it through. Make a dex save to not go in with it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, not again.
Yes.
Hey, you.
Yes!
Can you?
You're a fighter. Reroll
Oh,
saves.
that's right.
Jesus Christ.
Now I get to reroll
I
again.
wanted to hope I have 5.
Okay, 14 plus 3,
BPs.
17.
Why? Oh, you got BP. That's right. You got
No, he has
BP.
BPs too.
No,
He
I
has
have
two of those.
Indomitable.
Twice.
Oh,
No, 3 times.
3 times now, yeah, sorry.
So I used twice. I Indomitable that twice, and I get a plus 3 because with class feature. So I jump out of the way.
Nice. Very nearly following it in. Actually, it's more like you're starting to push it, and your voice is on the other side goes, "We've been waiting for your return." So you're more than likely fighting for your arms are being grabbed by the demons on the other side as you're fighting to come back out. Since you rolled 2 fails, it's like it actually tried to pull you in. But
Anyway, roll that back up. Back holding? Oh wait, no.
No,
do that.
no.
Yep,
No.
No.
Just kidding.
No.
Yep. No, not doing that.
that's why you didn't have it in a bag of holding before.
Yep.
That's why we didn't what before?
Why you didn't put it in a bag of holding before?
If you put an extra planer
Inside of another extra
inside of
Boom.
an extra yeah. It forms
Rips a space-time, creates a sphere of annihilation, and wipes out anything
What
within so many.
happened?
We portaled it away. It is now in the abyss. The demons can deal with it. now.
Sweet.
Well, what about the guys?
So if you constructed an arrow,
The 2 guys were already
Okay.
dead.
Miri, I'm sorry. We did our best to contain them, but they dropped his force cage, and we didn't know what they would do. So he grabbed them. I had to disintegrate them, and because we cast magic on them, they went nuclear. Miri, we're past the point of peace. These people are colonizers.
They had padded suits, and I totally could have taken them. And you
It wasn't even armored.
You used excessive force, and I approve of that in most cases, but I wanted...
He's all splashed
Armor.
with goo.
And I've got my fingers.
And he
Yeah,
lost
he's
his
missing
finger.
his pinky finger. Cause
We can fix that.
Yeah, that's easy to fix.
I mean, I kind of want, a new finger.
No.
The good news is that it's still before midnight, so we can have the coronation ceremony today.
So.
That's all they're
it's
thinking
been a
about.
long day. I literally have none of my spell slots above 5th anymore.
How convenient was the day of the coronation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's get back and at least get cleaned up because we can't go like we are.
Prestidigitate myself.
Well, I'm already clean, so I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, because I heard you whispering prestidigitation earlier.
Jace, court closed.
This is literally the cleanest I've been.
No, she's talking about you. With court closed.
Oh,
Court
close.
No,
Court to
no,
close. Get it? Court to close.
Court. Court.
Court
To your
Yep.
dress or noble dress.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of those I'm out of female court costumes. Umara took the last one.
I'm still wearing it, actually.
Ophelia.
I do have my cleric robes. My good ones.
Wish I could remember the quote from Firefly. When the captain's talking to Jewel when she's dressed in the color says, "What do you need that dress for?"
I still need to wash all of it.
Mary's really quiet. She's just not saying anything.
I'm sorry.
That isn't it. Her niece earlier.
Hmm?
Did I tell you they said that I was a traitor?
Miri,
I was a traitor and I killed somebody.
Mary.
But they weren't after me.
You were supposed.
if a demon said that, if a demon accused you of killing a child, would you then feel bad afterwards?
Okay, but they're not demons. They might be awful.
Didn't they?
They
say-
are awful, yes.
Didn't they say
They're
that?
awful and we can't seem to get through to them as much as we've tried.
You have no recollection of
You
doing
were
this.
an infant.
It happened.
How can it make me a traitor?
Exactly.
It was a different. I think they're talking about 2 different timelines. The point is, it didn't happen. You didn't do it, and it's to them. It doesn't. We need to move on and have an influence in this coronation because we need to make sure that whoever we gets put in
That
is,
the person being coronated is coronated
is favorable.
without any missteps.
Yay.
I don't like that guy.
Well, we gotta figure out if we actually want to allow him to be coordinated, because I imagine me being me, I can probably say something in that regard.
The
Oh, about Prince
coronation is
Stool?
going to be of the prince. Is
No, being coronated.
the prince is being coronated as king.
No,
The regent.
it's the regent.
Oh, yeah, the
No.
man with the star.
Oh, it's the count. The count, right? Count. What's his name?
There was something about the count being coronated.
Right.
Yet the prince is the true heir.
Yep.
Yep.
He's not being coronated.
He is not being coronated.
Yes,
The,
it's-
the count is.
That's all wrong.
I agree. We should endeavor to fix that.
Oh yeah, we're being watched.
We're in the middle of the courtyard.
In the middle of the courtyard.
No, I mean like
Well, you retired back to your rooms to get changed, clothes changed, and you know you're being observed there.
no, but that's what they said. We're being watched. When Cord was talking to that person,
Good person.
the one that he thought that was his halfling or whatever.
Oh, Javros.
No.
Javros Zendaya, the one
No,
that tried
no,
to get
no.
you to sign the contract?
No.
I'm sorry? No, wait, I
No,
remember
no,
that.
no, no, no.
The halfling I chased and tried to get because I thought it was.
Livy.
The one that, Libby, the
So,
one that,
who was the count's name?
I am.
The one that stole the shard.
It is. What is his name?
in the other time iteration.
Yeah.
Maybe it's back here at the beginning of the session. Cavalry. Let's see.
It wasn't Rugen, was it?
Maybe it
No, it
was.
was like Libby or Talia or
Not a girl. It's a guy.
No, Prince Stoll is the.
Prince Soul is the righteous prince.
Yeah, I can't remember.
the high up.
The other count I have in here is
Was it
Count
a gnome?
Clortho, but I don't think it was
Was it
Clortho.
Might be
halfling?
Rugen then.
Maybe Rugen.
The
Must be
gnome that
Rugen.
stole the shard
Yeah,
from
sounds
Kush.
right.
No, different person.
Okay. That was a gnome that stole the shard from Kush.
It was a halfling.
Olivia, if you're in the audience, you remember, or actually being in the audience, if you remember who the count was from a couple weeks, or from 2 weeks ago, be great. If not, we'll go with Clortho for now. I mean, with Rugen.
It's the
Probably Rugen.
I think it's Rugen.
I think it's
Yeah, it was
sounds
like-
right.
It rhymed with Reuben.
Nice.
Wow.
I remember sandwiches, okay?
Well, then was Rugen.
That had to be Rugen.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. So they're marching him forward, and he's dressed in his finery. And what's interesting is that he is carrying a helm that is in the form of a dragon. Looks like a dragon's head that he's carrying under his arm as he walks forward.
Who's that?
Count Rugen. And they started establishing insight on him or insight on the priest doing the ritual, because it's one of those odd seven star priests. It's not.
Okay. Yeah, if it's what? But which one is it? Ooh.
It's the one who was doing the
I don't
throat
know.
singing.
Okay. There was inside the temple.
Right.
There was the section
There was
choir.
a choir. Then there was the one
One
who
guy
was throat
doing
singing. Right. That's.
the throat.
As I said,
singing.
throat singer. Yeah, it's throat singer. That's the priest here.
Inside on him.
Sure. Go ahead and make your roll.
That one I have actually a advantage on. 'Cause
Okay.
I doubled up on that. I doubled up on all of them. 12 plus wisdom.
Sure. 12 plus your wisdom modifier?
I think,
22.
Insight, not even insight. I think insight's charisma.
Inside is wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
So 22.
Yes. So the priest's name who happens to be Sakir, and Sakir is quite frankly overjoyed. The emotion is adulation on the naming of a proper ruler to the land.
Okay.
And listening to the presentation, his lineage makes him fundamentally the illegitimate bastard uncle of Prince Thal. So his claim is at least a claim. It's not arguably legitimate if Thal actually was to be revealed.
Insight on the count.
The count?
Yeah.
How do you roll?
I'll roll.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, I don't think I have to re-roll.
You just see exultance. He's just glad to be getting his due. He's actually casting a rather languorous eye upon one of the young ladies of the court, who's batting her eyes and like turning away. But it's clear that once he gets his claim, he's going to be claiming more things.
I don't like it.
Alrighty.
Why isn't the boy a king? He's a legitimate heir. He's the prince of the king, the son of the king. Why would he?
Didn't the people
Why would
say
his uncle did it?
the count was the legitimate ruler that they all wanted instead of the prince? That's what I think happened. As I recall.
That's accurate. The prince, his father was not a good leader, and so Rugen's people have basically been propagandizing how much better it'll be under a ruler who's got a regimented hand. Remember, Thol is not Red Veil. Rugen is. And so Rugen's glad to be gaining control to consolidate the changes that have been made since the king was overthrown. The king really wasn't overthrown. He got sick and died.
That'll make everything worse.
We don't know what it was like here before. We don't know what the king's rule was like. We don't know what the prince acts like. We don't know how the count acts
Too much
like.
control.
Mary,
Too much
I
risk.
one
say-
of these days.
How about we just let it play out, you know? Who knows, maybe he'll do a bang up job.
Well, Rugen goes so far as to call you guys champions for rescuing the city, and he actually lauds you and brings you up to the stage once he's been named, and invites you all to be members of his privy council.
Denied. 10 intelligence. Eat
You-
foam.
Was that? What did you say?
That's a lot of honesty
That
in
was
that
a-
statement,
that was-
and I approve of it. He said, 10 intelligence, I eat foam. I should be on an intelligence council. That was
Actually, the way you worded it was denied, and 10 intelligence eats foam. That was well stated.
that was a lot of honesty right there. It was kind of painful, but it was appreciated.
So you're going to
Damn.
defer.
I'm going to bail. Yes.
He's defer, even though you are a leader of your own people, and make you a good ally for the kingdom of Florin, to be able to say that the Goliaths of Hellvault would be our allies, and it would do a lot for your people to actually establish them as a nation.
Alright, so I know that privy doesn't mean restroom now. So,
You go, oh, not the bathroom. Okay, I was afraid.
You know what the worst part is?
That's probably
2 years ago, when we sat down to make this character, I said, you know what, if you dropped one of your mental scores down a step or two, you could probably bring your dex up. That way you can make dex saves better. You know what you said? Nah, I like having a balanced character. You could have done that. Half of our frustration with things you do
I said...
is the massive disjunction between...
I said...
actual stat.
I wanted to bring all my intelligence stats down to 8, and you said, no, you need a balanced character.
Yeah, I said bring down one, not all of them. Well, I never would have told you to bring down all of them. I'm not an
wanted to bring
idiot.
down all of them
You
to
could bring
get my
down
dex
one.
up to...
No, oh my god, I didn't mean you had to have a 15
Nice.
in dex too. Jesus Christ.
Nice,
That's what I wanted. I didn't want
nice.
average intelligence on this character.
You don't have average intelligence.
What say you, Mary?
What?
What say you? Will you accept your post as a member of the Privy Council for the Kingdom of Florin?
I serve Meredith.
It would not interfere with your ability to do this
I
job.
accept whatever.
No, I like your response. You're fine, but you have to think about your people. So if you accept the position, you're helping the position of the people of Hellvault, because you're actually giving them standing as a nation.
Can we
Oh, yeah.
really bind ourselves?
Hopefully they won't.
We're not binding ourselves. We're on an
Hopefully-
advisory council.
This is an invite. It's not a mandate.
This is
Oh.
this is
I thought they were offering me a
Mary,
friggin'
Mary.
full-time job.
this is for show. He's doing this to show off. To show that he's good friends with the people who saved the town.
You know, this
This means nothing.
You're
to
doing
us.
this, right?
Yeah. No, I'm like I'm like leaning
Yeah.
over as we're standing in front of them. Like this means like nothing to us. And honestly, what are they gonna do?
I
Like,
will accept until such time
Me too.
that Meredith calls me to other tasks.
Me too. Hell,
carefully worded.
hell Florin.
I will accept so that I may watch over your rule and make sure that I can adjust it where it need be, as that's what an advisor need do.
Of course, there's a raised eyebrow, but well stated nonetheless.
Another title? Sure.
How pragmatic a barbarian. Title? That and a cup of that 50 cents will get me a cup of coffee. 2 coppers will get me 2 loaves of bread. a copper piece will get me 2 loaves of bread.
I will accept for the time being until.
For the time being, huh?
Matters.
How appropriate for the purple veil to say that he would do it for the time being. That's well stated.
9/10 of the crowd laugh, the other doesn't.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe that the veil exists.
So charismatic.
This is
Excellent,
weird.
excellent.
The cleric tries to be the face half the time. The bard doesn't want to talk to anybody. The least intelligent person in the party makes fun of the not least intelligent person in the party for doing dumb shit. And I don't know. I think I'm going.
So, festival, feast, party. Yay!
No.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, so to speak.
The outside person who shouldn't be biased is biased.
I'm not allowed to be biased?
Yeah, you're sort of supposed to be a spectator in these earthly affairs.
I literally disintegrated a man 5 hours ago. I don't think I'm allowed to be a spectator anymore.
Listen. I'm just saying you don't
The
fit
bard
your
is
role.
more of a
That's what I'm saying.
spectator than the angel, second class.
It's true.
Aren't we glad we
I'm
have
saying not really.
I like how we're having this conversation while we're sitting around the table.
If we're discussing semantics, then technically.
So,
not.
retiring to the council for the party?
Another party.
I know you guys get bored with them. I can't rule a government when I'm busy at a party. Networking, don't you know? Rubbing elbows. Rugen is very glad to have you here. He's so glad you did your part for today. It was awesome.
Oh,
So Rugen is the count.
Rugen is now the king.
He's now the king.
Okay.
Every now and then, if I'm getting up and walking, I make Gus look like my dress is like swaying as a.
What are you, a peacock?
Yes.
Yes, she's practicing her cantrips. Right?
Okay. Sidebar.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to convert you. Let me explain something. Out of the 10 veils, 11, which one of them do you think would make the best rulers?
Great.
I appreciate that comment. I really do.
No,
Out
I'll
of the
tell
10
you
veils.
why.
Okay, never mind that, because that's kind of a
Something
non-answer.
else.
Out of the 10 existing veils, other than this one, which one
The
would
violet
make
veil
the
rejects
best?
two?
What's that?
Whose representatives
Two
would make the
colors?
best rulers?
The purple veil
Green.
rejects 2 colors? Or is this
Green.
outdated?
What the?
It's
red.
red.
Values
It doesn't
life.
reject
It
my
values
blue.
life, but there are things.
Okay,
there's
so
certain components-
purple, white, and blue all have that. If you look through them all,
Oh,
they all three they're in a love-hate relationship. Because purple knows.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Because purple's saying we need to have everything stormed because eventually we'll all pan out and everything goes back to peace. White's going, no, we need peace in our time. Shut down all the bubbles. And blue's going, don't nobody touch a storm. Stop it. Just stop.
Okay.
Leave it like it is right now.
There are certain.
So that's why all three are.
So, another question: do you think it's possible to be a bad?
They
member of
oppose
the
them. They don't
Green
reject them.
Oh.
They actually all have 10
I
veils.
don't
Those
know
three have 10
about the
veils in
green
their
veil.
color spectrum.
All I know that
It's only the ones that are in
bottom right,
abject opposition, like red and black. They only see without that color.
Including
Do they
games.
reject them?
Hmm?
Do they
So
reject any?
you think that?
No, they understand you need to work through the processes. They just
You remember
You-
right now she
They're
has a
only worried about
problem with
time.
red.
Those three
A
are
huge
just-
problem
I-
with
and I'm-
red and black.
I'm trying. You're saying that a band of healers would make better government officials than
They're not all healers.
they like life. You're a life cleric. As you said,
Yes.
your main god is a god of life. They make life clerics. You're healers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and they're
All
not
angels
judgmental.
are
They're not going to
religious.
be able to make discernment judgments on whether somebody should be put down as from a criminal standpoint because you need to keep them alive.
Exactly. You need harshness in a government. You need to be able to bring people together. I'm saying that there are elements of the Red Veil that are bad. Members of the Red Veil who are bad exist, and frankly, there's a lot of them. But if you boil it down to their ideologies,
the Red Veil makes the best leaders because they're the ones who like control. They know how to control people. Governments are about control and order.
So you're asking a cleric a rhetorical question, and you know she was going to be biased, so are you just trying to argue with her or something?
No,
He's trying to diffuse an aggression.
I'm trying to get her.
Red is not opposed to green. Is not opposed to red. I need you to clarify.
I am performing the duties that are required of my veil by getting people to get along. I am preaching unity.
Nice. I like. Should give you the camera for that second. Do that again.
I was preaching unity.
There we go. That was definitely a fourth
But
wall
you wouldn't
moment.
let me choose you. Or your veil.
Because I'm the only one in my veil. I can't lead a
And
government
he's
by
not.
myself.
He is not yet God.
We'll get to that.
Just a minute. But
You might have your
not
first
gonna
advocate.
But you have established a veil that has something
What
that I agree with.
I get it. I
With
get
you.
it. I get it. I get it. I appreciate the support. I am one person. Let me get a veil started before I start ruling governments and whatnot. Saying this a little too loud on the party about governmental people. But
As a matter of fact, no. The thing is, as you're talking, you're getting a crowd.
Okay. I appreciate the compliment. I really do. I get it.
But you understand, the rest of them are too fragmented. They're all off doing their own little thing, and it seems nobody can come together.
It's almost like that's why I wear this robe.
I agree with you, and I think you've done a good thing.
Okay, then can I ask a really personal question?
Exactly. Nice.
Why aren't you wearing pinstripe rainbow then?
I like to perform on the opposite side of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
room to draw attention away.
I'm not asking for you to convert. That's not what I'm getting at. But I want you to look deep down inside of yourself. If you desire unity more than life, then
It's still the path that.
Are you saying you're trying to use unity to get the life?
Not using.
Well, while you're having this conversation, a person in a blue veil, blue robes, of rook background, kind of looks a little smarmy or greasy. His kind of sidles up beside you during the conversation. I totally appreciate your position, Mary. We really need to talk because there is a problem going on, and we need to liberate our peoples from this concept of governance at all.
And I lean in and I'm just mad dog eyeing him.
Okay.
People
Not
make
in that
governments
kind of way.
Yes.
to help them take care of things that a single person cannot do.
I totally agree. My consideration is the fact that, well, there's already a bit of scuttlebutt because of some of the people that heard the conversation this afternoon. It said you were concerned that maybe you were a traitor?
That's a little bit of a personal comment there, bud. I think you...
I'm just wanting her to realize that her position, while tenuous, could be bolstered by establishing your position concerning the storms.
Are you serious right now?
If we don't find a way to stop the interfering and bringing a peaceful resolution,
Are you
this
for
won't
real
be
right
the...
now?
Excuse me, I am Thidwick P. Throckmorton.
You're about 3 seconds away from getting a foot in the ass. Back off.
I'm sorry. I had the
Insight
impression
on
you...
this guy?
Joel,
That's
19.
one.
If I did the high pitch, you'd get an idea of who this person is.
Yes,
philosophically.
Okay.
Well, in particular,
We're
Chamberlain.
having... We neither of us were talking about veils. We were having an honest discussion between two friends
I
about our beliefs on a certain matter.
I clearly heard an attack.
And you decided...
Clearly heard an attack against Red.
And you decided to jump into a conversation that in no way, shape, or form involves you. And decided to bring up a painful fact with one of my friends, and now you're going to try to proselytize something. So go ahead, make your
say, and then
I
leave.
just would suggest that the concept of pursuing things through control could be averted and downstepped simply by realizing we need to protect one another. We wouldn't want any conflict at this joyous time anyhow.
29 is my best one. The other one was 13. 23.
Okay, if you can't pick out that this guy is totally wheedling you, but he's also trying to diffuse what looks like it might become a martial situation in a party full of control freaks, I just want to make sure we don't end up in jail.
Me? Oh my god, I can't facepalm harder. I will literally have to heal myself afterwards if I facepalm any harder. Cord,
There is a reason.
remove him.
I'm going to. I already made a 17 in my roll to grapple him. I'm not going to grapple him. I'm just going to.
Oh!
No.
Now we see the
I'm not
violence.
going to grab him.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
Now we see the violence inherent in the
No.
system.
I'm going to just put my arm around him and drunkenly lead him away. Did I ever tell you about my love of soup? It goes back to my great ancestors in
I
a
literally
farming
watched in
village.
amazement as he walks away.
You see Throckmorton wink at you.
That was like the smoothest thing I've ever seen him do. What just happened? Did you?
Give him intelligence?
Did
Wisdom?
either of you? Maybe not you, but did you like?
I paused playing my instrument for a moment.
I have to reconsider.
To watch this.
I mean, nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Anyway, that's enough of me pestering you for today. I'm just.
You. Okay. You know where
I
my
know-
problem.
I know where your problems lie. Yes, there are bad elements of the Red Veil. We've had this part of the conversation. There are good elements. I will point one out to you when I see him. They have to exist because that's how that works.
The exception that proves the rule. All right,
I
so
hope you're right.
I do too.
next day, after a long rest, finally,
Nice all the spells.
My hit points are back up to 8 below there.
no, don't think of it as 8 below. Think of it as your new normal.
Yeah, I mean, normal until someone who can cast Regenerate comes along.
Yeah, they get to re-prepare spells. Has anybody looked at the Unearthed Arcana for like all of the classes that came out recently?
Yes.
That shit is insane.
Yes.
What's
Not
that?
yet.
They released Unearthed Arcana for like every single class for like things you can add on or things you can swap out. Like, oh my god, it feels like this Unearthed Arcana is gonna be just like an update to like a video game. Like
So-
it's crazy.
Unearthed Arcana in 3.5 was crazy too.
Yeah, it was literally every single class had some sort of adjustment that you could do to it. Like you could make it so that druids and clerics could re-prepare cantrips.
Did what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's.
They also made it so that if paladins and rangers took a certain fighting style, they themselves can learn cantrips, which they normally can't do.
They give up their fighting style to learn
Lit-
cantrips.
Listen, there are a lot of like really dumb things in there. For example, there was a thing where monks could just pick their monk weapons from any list, but that devalues literally an entire subclass of the monks. So there are certainly dumb things, but some of the things in there are like, oh, all right, I can get behind that. But anyway, sorry.
I loved the Zen Archer, which was a monk archer.
Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's okay. I've always seen this kind of material as. I used to be really crass about it because I wasn't as suave and debonair as I am now. But that's suave and debonair for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, you said Swave and Boner, but
suave and debonair.
Got it.
That's phonetically pronounced the spelling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, back in the old days, I would say that, like for example, the Fighter's Guide, Thieves Guide, etc., Fighter's Guide, Rogue's Guide, etc., that came out were role-playing guides for the role-playing inept. This from the standpoint that you can role-play anything without needing to have any modifications on any die rolls. In today's system, it's not about that. It's about the die rolls and the mechanisms of the system to play RAW. So
Right.
the conversations you and I have had about how I do something in ROC, then you're able to do it through
R-A-C.
RAC.
ROC.
R-O-C. What the hell does that mean?
Ooh, cool.
Oh.
Rolled my eyes so hard.
He knows you're right in all the eyes.
Yeah.
Well, you asked, so it's like
Momentum tipped the chair back.
you almost fell. But yeah, so
So what are we doing today, guys?
exactly.
Can we go back home and get him in armor?
Yes,
it done?
we need to get him armor
Apparently.
before we continue on.
Yeah, I had a bunch of guys working on it to my
You
instructions.
planning to travel
Should be done when I get
or
home.
poof travel?
She can walk you there.
You know, we could see if we can try to get inside that vehicle again.
I thought we went.
Okay, it's in the
No.
abyss
No,
right
I
now.
thought it was in the
Abyss.
abyss.
You shoved it into another
Another
dimension.
I'd rather not go to the
You
abyss.
gave the arguably you gave creatures of the abyss opportunities to access technology.
They're demons,
That's
though.
fine.
So they'd probably just
I
attack
didn't
it.
like the idea.
More than likely.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
It's a win-win.
Whatever the number of crew are, they probably just sacrifice to whatever demons there are at the other end eating them.
They're colonizers.
Really?
So,
If they would settle peacefully without taking.
I agree.
I don't think that's going to happen at this point.
I also agree with that point.
Though there is a
I do
chance.
not think that is going to happen at this point.
Okay, but there is.
Yes, and there's
Margaret
also
talked about a fifth
I think
column,
it's a great
a group
opportunity
of
for
people
economic growth.
that were not military, that had a different philosophy. I really need to go back and leave a message for him.
The second we find a
Mary?
member of this fifth column, we will deal with them as a person who doesn't want this to happen. But until then, we have to.
Mary,
You
Not
know,
gonna
they
say the
said
next
that
couple of words,
some of
but
the people are
if
saying
you-
they defeated the others. I need to find those people, those
Good.
refugees. Those people probably would be easy enough to start
the refugees.
dealing with.
Okay. Where can we find refugees?
That's it. We need to find the people who defeated them and find out where the refugees have gone.
But we are in a government castle. And we probably have ears and a few pies, fingers and a few pies.
It's just I can't say what I know because I wasn't Mary's knowledge.
right.
Isn't in a Cauldron.
What are you about?
Well, she's just
I'm
mulling over
debating
her
on-
prepared spells.
Switching jump versus.
The giants talked about defeating them, and so did the Ogabokas,
The Ooga
the Ogmax,
Urglux.
Urglux,
Urglux.
Urglux talked about defeating them.
Where have I heard that name before?
Those are those big furry creatures that had the
Now,
a D6, 12D6 pop, thunder wave guns. And we have some.
no, you're
That's-
mixing Sunday.
no.
You're mixing Sunday with Wednesday.
No.
Well, we
We
met
bought those.
Yeah.
But that's
They're
not
not called
the people.
Urglux.
That's
you're
not the
thinking of.
Urgluk.
Yeah. Who's it?
No, but it was the furry creatures, not the giants.
It's
The ones that were up
3.5,
trading
I
with
just
the
don't
giants.
Roll them?
Those are called.
You
Cauldron.
said they were big and furry and clumpy and they
I do
looked
remember
like
that.
Yeti.
Oh, Bugbear.
No, they
Who's
weren't
got a
bugbears. You gave them a totally different
You
name.
said they were ogres.
He gives everything.
Urgluk, yeah.
He gives everything a totally different name.
You hadn't figured that. Urgluk. They are Urgluk, but that's not who had the guns. The guns you got from second gen, right? Because that was
The section.
From his contingent.
right.
From a different game.
Okay. Anyway, and then they talked about recharging them, and I need to find out how they recharge them. It might be the secret of how to charge magic using Vex.
Did you just really utter those words?
Yes, all that in a row in this room.
All happened here. You were there. They were talking about it. They said
You're not at home.
You're in the castle.
You're in the castle. The castle has ears. And you just spotted both of those.
I'm gonna fart really loudly.
Distraction! Oh, talk about some horrible beans there.
Oh, Corey, what kind of soup did you have today?
It was a
I don't
soup.
remember.
Bean curd.
Beaker.
Ooh.
That
God.
actually tastes really good.
I know.
condensed.
If you don't mind, I'm going to write a letter and I'm going to drop it down
A letter to who?
at Thassery where I had a drop off.
Go ahead. I'm not
Now,
gonna
to use the arches, I need 2 patches. It takes 2 people?
You have to, well, to go, it depends on where you're going. Are you going to chicken scratch?
Yeah.
You have to have 2 patches. But you usually have the patch you can do it by yourself because you have a patch and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that the destination patch goes to the right and the source side on the other.
So how can, I can just step there, right?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have any way. Oh well, never mind then.
Well, she built arches outside of it, so yeah,
Right.
you'd have to physically move from the town back up to your arch to be able to use the jump to come back, the walk to come back. But you could use the patch just to get the chicken scratch, which puts you in
Well, I
Cesarine.
could go to Cauldron at least.
Cauldron. Yeah.
Cauldron. And then
So you're gonna make a letter today. What are we gonna do today?
Here's the thought. What if one of those ship thingies we should have seen it when she jumped back, so never mind.
Oh, yeah, there is that. 24 hours later. What else you guys doing?
where are we
Can't work on my
going
armor here.
next?
I don't know.
So I'm going to
Well, she can take you home. She's going back by the city, she
I'm
said.
going home. I can take you home.
my armor's in Mirabelle. I'm having dudes work on it.
Well, she's got a jump point there. She can walk. She can take you back to
Isn't that
Cauldron.
kind of on the way? Doesn't she have to jump there first, basically?
Well, not if she uses the patches. She can
Oh.
use the patches to go to Drachter's Way and then
Right.
up through that direction. Or she can use her gates and then
Stay.
walk through it. Yeah. So which way do you want to do it? It's up to you.
Well, I'll take him back wherever he wants to go. If he wants to go to Mirabelle, and I'll pick him up on the
Okay.
way back.
What are you? Are you staying in town or are you leaving as well?
And then I can take you all somewhere.
Yeah,
Is there a blue crater in Florida?
there is.
Okay. I'd like to check out the blue crater.
And did you go back to your people? Find
Yeah.
out if there's any refugees anywhere
I
that they've heard of.
you took them all my 300 refugees.
Back to.
Submariner.
Yep.
Well, oh, that's right.
You took them all.
Yeah.
I took them all.
You made sure to take them all home.
Right.
Okay.
But that was before.
If we
I'm
find
gonna
any
go
more.
check on Throgmore, see how he's doing.
So you're going back. You're going back.
Um,
You're going to do Blue Crater here.
Yes.
You're doing Blue Crater here. You're going to be doing something here in town, or are you going back home?
I don't have anything really to do here.
So back home. It's your choice.
I'll stay with the bard because having the party split across 2 cities is really weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
She surreptitiously marked something in the room with her symbols. She can wipe it off later or clean it out. Just
So you're going to jump from here? You're not going to go out to your rings that you built outside of town specifically so that you could leave. That's why you did it.
yeah, I know, but
You're going to leave from here instead. So you're going to jump from here to your first ring from here.
yeah.
Or you're going to use the patches.
Well,
No,
she
the
uses
patches aren't usable here.
Yeah, well, if she uses the patches, so you can't get to Mirabelle. She wants to stop by Mirabelle, pick
Oh,
up
gotcha.
the and then go to Golden. She's
Okay.
running errands via teleportation, John. Come on.
Hey, gotta get used to this. Gotta get used to all this high-speed travel. You guys are just moving into the modern era. So you guys are at the Blue Crater. I'll give you the specifics on what you find there. It's going to be kind of important. But before you, well,
If he's hanging out at the Blue Crater, I'm gonna Temple of the Gods and I'll open up shop for a day. I'll find an empty courtyard and I'll just sit in the building.
okay. So you built another temple. Pretty soon you have red guards standing around outside trying to figure out how they're going to. They've actually brought a couple of. They actually bring a couple of Blue Crater Academy guys to try to figure out how to take it apart. You know, figure out what the leverage would be and what kind of tools they're going to need and all that kind of stuff.
Could you make it look like the spaceship?
He's a funny guy. Okay, so the first thing you find is that Blue Crater. There is reference to a library up in the mountains. Let's see. Yeah, inside what's the area known as the Mornglades, which is an ancient, basically forest of death. Lots and lots of people die there. Mysteries abound. It's not a place people go to hang out. hideous monsters, that kind of thing. All the stuff that you would expect to scare somebody off. But in there is a library of Lorethal. It's the first reference you've seen to a physical location with that name on it.
To his name
Yes.
in public.
Yes.
To Lorthal?
The library of Lorethal.
Of Lorthal.
Rumor has it that there is a repository of the prophecies that predate the Revening.
Wow.
And the Academy is actually arguing about the Crown's decision to destroy such records on the basis of them being heretical.
Oh, we need to gather up all the books in the library and take them away.
That's exactly what they're talking about.
That would be sacrilege to bear. She adored-
Well, sacrilege to anybody who has any appreciation of the written word.
She does. She adores books. Not that she's ever had much except for
The
stories people wrote.
the chief of records here is a guy named Wilric Sooth.
Woolrick?
Wilric, Wilric, Sooth, like in soothsayer. And Wilric's, he doesn't mean to, but he lets slip a little bit that he might actually be a member of Vanguard. Because he talks about the fact that if they needed to, they could move the books starting today through access to the arch, and he stops. And then changes the subject. But
Who does?
This is Wilric Sooth, the chief of the Blue Praetor. Arguing with him rather strenuously is a woman by the name of Nearonda. And Nearonda is very insistent that books of this level of heresy need to be destroyed before it causes undue belief in saviors. It'll create a savior complex, and people will expect heroes to come in and get in there, step in and take care of problems, and they'll stop being being resourceful like they should be.
I'll need to take a quick break. Leave me to the library.
So that is the gist of the conversation, and the reference only tells you that the Library of Lorethal is in the Morning Glade. And while you're involved with that conversation,
The exact same dice.
What, is he gonna die? What the heck?
wow. Just like yesterday, when the craft was appearing, there's this moment of silence. Only this moment of silence even affects like the people outside. So you're sitting there listening to them converse, and all of a sudden there's this dead silence outside. And you kind of walk to the doorway and go ahead and make Constitution saves.
Everybody?
I'm inside of
Just-
a force building.
Okay, you're fine. Actually, you still make the save because of chance for concussion damage, because the pressure outside is going to
But
enclose the area. You guys are safe.
oh,
Only people that are staying in town.
Still in town, yeah.
What?
Fail me now.
19?
Non-natural 20.
Okay. Both of you are going to save. You're going to take let's see. You're taking 36 points of damage. He's taking 18 just from the compression.
Does that kill you?
18 points. Oh, nice. Even the 35 is not going to kill him. I know that. But there's a blinding white flash of light as it's from your standpoint, it's Wrath of God time. There's a beam of light that comes down on the city from above, white, brilliant light, and you just see forms vaporizing outside. 75 points of damage to everybody in the clearing. Anybody who's out in the open, cattle are destroyed, buildings are burnt.
Nobody visited my.
There are a few people that are in there.
Any of them severely injured?
But the 18 points, yeah, they'd be hurt. But
I immediately go into healing mode. I'll do a mass heal. I'll do not a mass heal. That's a little excessive. I'll do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
So what's happening? Does
And
anyone
that
know?
the area of effect of that is exactly the 1 mile. So for an entire mile centered on the city, just a beam of incomprehensible energy comes down from the sky.
Oh, so the craft wasn't the bomb they were gonna... Okay. Weapon was coming from the ship. Alright. I mean, that was kind of...
Meanwhile, in Cauldron, when you guys arrived back in Cauldron, there's a similar shaped thing in the center of town.
Oh no.
On top of the statue?
No, it's in the courtyard near the mayor's mansion. And instead of what happened with you guys, there are people in suits speaking with several of the nobles in the town. And there is an active facilitation of moving the population out of Cauldron.
Who had the drape post?
I might still have it.
You two, because you're holding it, right?
Huh?
Because either you or Albin.
Who folded it back up? I remember somebody saying they were folding it back up.
I said I
Well,
folded
you
it back
folded
up really quick, so I probably still have it.
So you probably still have it. So you don't at this moment know about
Heal.
that because you're here.
Well... I
walk up.
Okay, so you stop back home. Stop back by home. What else did you want to do while you were at home?
Caravel.
Yeah, remember.
yeah. I was gonna
Helval.
pick up my armor from...
That's in Cauldron.
Oh, the army's in order now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna check in with my stone brother, Throckmore.
Yes.
See how things were going.
Throckmore, glad you're back. Things are going fine. He says a weird craft flew over this morning, actually about mid-afternoon yesterday, headed for Cauldron, we thought. So we thought of you. We hope everything was okay. How was Cauldron doing?
I actually haven't been there in a while. Keep up the good work here. We gotta go check out the ship.
Oh, how was did you go for the coronation? How did that go?
It went well. I am now on the council privy.
Privy Council.
So I guess our elevation.
Well, they cheer for that. They buy you drinks. Start to put together a soup of the month club foundation for you.
Listen, people. That's a 2 on my check for a speech.
You're glad to hear them.
Okay.
You're so humbled that 2 is like, okay, you guys can probably praise me if you want.
All right. Okay, great.
You're just too choked up to talk. That 2 was. I
Okay.
was going to have a speech all prepared.
Okay, great. Well, a ship was flying towards Cauldron, so I appreciate all of your love. I'll be back. In the meantime, keep on eating. Mary, there's a ship in Cauldron, one of those ships. We gotta get to Cauldron fast.
Do you think we should get the others?
I think we can handle it.
You did so well last time talking with me.
I don't have disintegrate.
BP.
Listen, Miri, we're gonna go get my armor, and we're going to do this a little more
It'd be more your
But you
style.
do have
diplomatically.
you do have your army then.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not gonna use them though. I don't want them to die.
Beeline towards the.
Oh, once
I'm
you
in
when,
Cauldron.
yeah, once you hear about it, you head down there.
Yeah, this was like.
Okay, swinging down there, the guys have taken off their helmets. They're sitting. They've now had enough time because they had 24 hours to not analyze the conversation. They're actually speaking in basically halted common with who is our established current leader? Was that?
Is it Launcher? No.
No, it was Zachary. It was either Zachary. or
Aslaxon. Yeah, that's right.
Aslaxon, yeah.
Aslaxon. And he's coordinating for the expedited withdrawal from the city in keeping with the safety protocols that were suggested. Since they aren't of nobles and the Red Veil guards from Florin did try to aggressively eject them, and we're basically
Militia nearby, or they?
your militia, because your militia are mercs, they wouldn't engage without you being there. So the town's guard is maintaining peace, and they're doing what they can to keep the withdrawal to be peaceful and ensuring there's not like rampant looting or criminal behavior. Ironically, the alley bashers have kind of stepped in and helped as well to act as city shock troops to keep the people from stealing as they're withdrawing from the city. Take only your own belongings. Load them in your carts and get out as quickly as you can. It's basically treating it like a national emergency. The fact that 150 Red Veil soldiers were obliterated trying to advance on the target yesterday.
Well, I'm not going to employ my men, obviously.
I realize the situation. Have a majority of my militia help out with the alley bashers.
Get people moved out.
Yeah, and keep 2 of them on my side.
Okay. We can
I'm
come
going-
directly back to
I have-
the house.
An
Yes.
idea.
You're at the house.
Alright, I'm going to go get my armor.
Okay, you're
So-
armored.
Sweet. I got my armor back.
I've been waiting for this moment for a while.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like you getting to do the
You're in
Deva
Cauldron?
thing, him getting to be fully
Did we know
armored.
that you're in Cauldron?
Heck yeah.
I can imagine him as he's
I
putting
got
each
you
piece on. It's like
Yeah.
lock in and
Okay.
turn because he's making sure like he's fully
We need-
covered because
Yeah.
he doesn't want.
This armor I designed to withstand
Yeah,
bullets.
so
bullets.
You're trying to stop. Yeah.
Adamantium.
because Cauldron would have been the pit
So-
stop, you left me behind, and then.
Yeah,
Then?
No, the other way around. The
Oh.
Mirrorvale on the way in
Yeah.
Oh.
because it's on the way.
With my new armor, I'm then
By her methodology, walking between locations, it's on the way
Then
and
I
it
would
doesn't
have
require.
had me away that I could have done the rest of the travel by the time.
Oh, no, I would have popped you to Cauldron.
Oh, then okay.
Right.
Cauldron, because Sasserine is just on the hill.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're not even talking about Sasserine yet.
Mirabelle.
Sasserine is just further
We're not
down.
going to
But we're not going. We're going to go to. You may be going to Sasserine, but that was not the place we talked about. Was Hell Vault,
Yeah,
and then to Cauldron.
Cauldron.
I'm going
That's-
to try and
That's where they are, and then
Okay.
use the situation with this ship.
So I was with him when he said, he went there,
right,
and then we went together to
The rest of the
Cauldron,
way.
all of us.
right.
Okay,
So you're all at home.
we're all at home,
You were talking about going to Sasserine,
but for
'Cause you have the
myself,
letter.
but this preempts that.
right? Because you see the vessel.
I need to get the others. Look it.
Hmm.
It won't take me that long.
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna go get our other members of our group.
Okay. While she's doing that, I'm going to round up a few items.
Okay, so you actually because of the fact that you took that time to go back, you step into the blast. So you take 37 points of damage just landing. You can make a save and take half of that.
Make a save?
Yeah, 36.
You guys went back to our town?
What's
They
the-
came back to you. She did. Because there's a ship in Cauldron, so she's thinking that it's best for you guys to be there.
Oh, that's not good. I do get a reroll.
Okay. So it'd be 72 if you fail.
That's no good. I'm going to use my percentage dice.
Ooh, here we go. Here we go. The reason why she comes early every time.
46.
Plus 40, you make it. So you take 36 points of damage, not the full 72.
Okay.
What from?
A giant
beam of
laser.
light. A beam of light a mile across.
The frickin'
Burned the
Independence
city.
Day.
Yeah, we got Independence Day right
It's
now.
D-Day.
What?
Yeah.
It's I Day.
Um,
Huh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go home.
All right, got your armor.
With my armor, I'm going to go home, pick up my mace, my maul,
Hey,
You have your maul.
my 100-pound ridiculous.
Wow, he's having his visual moment like you did.
yeah.
I'm going to strap it on. I'm going to grab my 50 caliber.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to load
Dun,
it.
dun, dun, dun.
And then I'm going to go get a shovel.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's like a Terminator suit up my
I'm going to go
It
outside
is.
the
Hammer,
city.
rifle.
I'm going to
Shovel.
tell our entire household to evacuate.
They're already Jackson's already getting the rabbits out of there.
And I'm going to take what was the rabbit that helped me bury the limb?
Mopsy?
Mopsy.
I'm going to take her out and ask her where the limb is, and then dig it up.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going.
Okay, so that was 1 cubic foot, wasn't it? Cubic foot of limb.
Was it gone?
No, it's there.
You just
Alright.
eat fun.
You have a cubic foot of limb. Of
Alright.
Vex.
I'm going to dig it up.
That's what you need the shovel for.
I'm going to leave the shovel there, and I'm just going to carry it with
Now
me.
there again, the end of the montage is him carrying the box of Vex, and there's the shovel sticking in the dirt as he walks away.
God.
Dun,
What
dun,
is
dun,
I
happening?
really hope this works.
Okay,
So,
so you show up, get basically your face blasted off as you walk in. You can see his retrofitted temple, and he's actually standing in the doorway, ushering people in and healing as many as he can.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna leave once there's a few people in. I'll designate the two that are like look the most aware of what's going on. Tell them bring people in here until it's full until it's basically to capacity, and then I'm gonna look out and take to the skies and find Jace.
Okay. By the way, the library is still burning. When the blast goes off, the parchments and vellums go flying all over the area.
Books.
So he's actually trying to rescue books. He's like, no, don't let that one burn. No, I don't know what this is, but
I'm just like
I'll
flying
just-
through the air. I'm like Jace, Jace,
And
Jace.
roll percentage dice.
oh boy, let's do this again.
But just one roll. We're just seeing what the significance of the books that you get out with. If you roll really low, then you get really good.
84.
Now, so you get some books, but they're nothing.
locate object. I'm going to cast locate object, Abacaster.
Nice.
Bracelets.
Because I come to the temple. I
Yeah.
came to
Right.
the place where I drew the circles in the.
Yep.
Like
the
oh,
grass.
it's fine.
Yep.
Jace.
It's been a minute. What were the levels of the militia?
I heard.
Your sergeants are 5th and 6th level. The rest are
Okay.
just level 1.
So would that be what CR would that be?
What do you care about that? What is that number going to mean? What are you asking for?
Because I was just wondering, generic.
How tough are they?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're going to be if they're 5th and 6th level. They're going to be moderately armored. They're going to be basically it'll be since magic is at a premium. They're not going to be in magic gear, but they're going to be. Some of them will actually be in Mastercraft, and most of them will be in just decent quality armor.
Jace.
You hear your voice.
Mine?
Jace.
You see your silver winged angel.
Yeah. Sending. Relgrim, are you...
Where are you?
You can respond to this message.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm
Second of the
okay.
minarets of the tower.
I'll land next to him.
I see your well from that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we're both cool.
My book's
We need to play some search and rescue right now, I think.
down. Okay.
Alright. How do you want to go about this?
Do we have any priority? rescuees?
I don't think so.
Each of you roll a d10.
Prince, the king.
Just for the two of them. Oh, you can. You're also
6.
8.
But I'm not with him, am I?
there. Just roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 4.
Okay. Just because of your compassion, even though you're trying to get to them, if you see somebody injured, you're going to try to help.
Absolutely.
So what did yours was a 4?
Yeah.
You rolled a 4. You rolled a
8.
that's 12.
6.
6. So that's 18% off of 88. So 70% of the population is killed. You rescued. There's death at every door. 75 points of damage to everybody in that space. Wipe out just about everybody. The carnage you're seeing is it makes just to do a quick non sequitur. It makes the Battle of Neo Moria look like chicken scratch in comparison.
Chicken scratch, really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Makes Point Break look like a small
Yeah, where
explosion.
do you
Yeah,
know where
because
you
his
put
was
your
only
temple?
64 points, and this was 75.
So the
Well,
strategy is we'll
23.
funnel people into the temple, we'll heal them because they get healed for extra, and then we'll take them out and we'll put set up tents nearby. We're gonna do a full blown American Red Cross release effort.
How about we step along somewhere else? The
Arcane.
Cauldron has a ship in it, and it's being evacuated now.
Let me tell you, not for long.
I don't know what that was they used, but it's
Who is at
Yeah,
Cauldron right
yeah.
now? Mary, who is at Cauldron?
Well, there are.
Party wise, party wise, Cord and Umar are both there.
Smartest people in the room.
I'll use ascending
Hey!
both of them to ask them an update on the status of Cauldron.
He just
Yeah.
tells you. He just tells you they're not. The ship won't be here for very long.
Bravo 6 going dark.
Oh man, that's a video game reference even I got.
and I don't know he dug up the limb. And
No, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Okay, so you're approaching the structure. The vessel's door is standing open. One of
How many
the
guards are there?
no guards.
How many guys in suits are there?
Just the two sitting at the table, and they're not going to have their helmets on.
Alright.
As you approach, the Slaxton's going to wave at you and say, "Come on over. You should get to meet our new hosts."
Alright, I'm going to ignore him, walk up the ramp of the ship, and begin yelling
Okay.
for everyone to get off.
Okay.
You're pulling a
So-
V for Vendetta right now.
So when you walk inside,
Got that.
you see probably 25, 30 people sitting at consoles left and right side, looking at weird gray screens with lines of data, something or other scribbled these on. You know enough to know that these are probably words or whatever. But you notice that the map,
Mhm.
every major city has little lights on it.
Alright, are there any weapons in the control room?
Don't appear to be.
Okay.
Not per se. Well, there's a couple guys have sidearms.
Alright. I'm going to shoot them.
Wait, okay. Okay. So as you walk on board, you're going total sniper.
Actually, no. I have
Okay.
armor.
Remember, you have a long
No,
rifle.
no.
You have a
I
long rifle and
Excuse me, I
armor.
forgot. I have armor that can stop sidearms, so I'm not going to shoot them.
Okay.
I am,
Especially
however,
since you have a long rifle and it takes as long to get it up to your arm as it's going to take for them to shoot at you with the
Yeah.
pistols.
is there anyone from Cauldron on board?
Oh, there's a couple of us back here getting a tour,
Alright, off.
but we paid for the tour.
I'm going to engage the gun and roll intimidation. Okay, that's 12.
Okay, just you in armor is enough. The gun is superfluous, and they wouldn't even understand what it was you just did. Because remember, you're the only one that understands the damn thing. So they go bustling out. One of them is one of the rabbits. Apparently, one of the bunnies was a little too inquisitive
Alright.
for his own good. come back to you. So you've now heard about the issue with Cauldron.
I'd like to save people here before returning to Cauldron, personally.
What are we gonna do? If we get rid of that shuttle, they're just gonna blow up the town. We have no means of defending from this.
That's true. Okay, let's see. To Cauldron, if the two of you are done here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the percentage that you saved is what you'll save.
I'll tell anybody who looks like a cleric to heal. If you are going to heal, try to do it in the temple. It's better.
Okay, so just because you left, we determined you had 2 guys there. Roll 2 more 20-sided.
I'm still trying to find them. Though I have a location,
You just add them together.
I have a trajectory.
24. And you found
24?
us. You were able to help out with this.
So
Okay.
you
But my thing-
basically, even though on first estimates it was 71%, your folks are able to reduce that to only 54%. Still more than half the city got
I'll
obliterated.
step them out of here.
Good. Well, okay.
Okay.
We need to deal with Cauldron right now. This place has already been reduced to rubble. They're not going to blast it again. And if they do, then
No, what's the point, right?
yeah, what's the point? And I think both of us know what we're doing after that. We need to get to Cauldron, and we need to figure out what we're doing there, because we can't just get rid of the shuttle anymore.
Okay.
You still have the roller.
Okay. So once you've chased them out and all you have are locals, what do you do?
No. I chased the locals out.
That's what I said. You got rid of all the locals, and all
Yeah.
you have is others.
All right. Close up the ramp. We're heading back to the ship. Okay. Is there
The 2 guys pull their side out.
Okay. Is there on any of the monitors? Is there an image of the flagship?
No.
Oh.
Yo, are you about to out Kush right now?
I'm about to
Sounds
try
like
and
it.
fly this ship back up to the mothership and destroy whatever weapon they're using to blow up the main capital cities. This probably won't work out, and I might have to roll a new character, but I'm kind of tired of the others.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going
The
to
only 2 guys that can speak your common are outside.
All right. Then okay. And then I'm going to get the 2 people.
Well, they've got their guns out. They're aiming them at you.
No,
Probably made argument with them
I'm.
at this point.
I have bulletproof armor on, so I know what they're doing. I don't care at this point.
So what are you doing physically? You're just standing there?
No, I'm going to turn around and motion for the 2 people to come back in up the ramp. That can speak.
Well, they're over talking to your friends.
What?
That's Laxon. They're
Oh.
talking to the council members and stuff. They're working out the peaceable retreat. Remember?
And I'm beeline. I at this point have been beelining with my 2 right and left
To the property. To the
to Aslan or
that's Laxon. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, Lamara. How are you doing?
Hey, what's happening here?
Well, we're doing what we can to save as many people as possible. I mean, it was horrible. You should have seen the speed with which they dispatched our martial force, and thankfully we didn't lose any locals in the process, and they made it clear that we could simply withdraw, and they'd be okay with that. And given the fact that we've got such a large population, including the refugees from the sect gen influences and stuff, we are trying to save as many people as possible.
You mean you completely ignored our warning about them being completely dangerous?
Oh no, we totally understand that they're dangerous. As far as the attack, that wasn't us. That was the Red Veil dudes. That's why there aren't any Red Veil dudes here anymore.
That's right.
So are you here to help with moving the bodies or whatever?
My motion-
What's Cord doing anyway? You see Cord went inside.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
By the time Cord comes to the doorway and he's motioning.
If anyone here speak their language?
Of course we do. The 2 down below.
Come here for a second.
This is highly irregular. You are not a representative,
no,
recognized representative
I've
of the government.
listened to the Lord Cordator right now.
I'm gonna reach down and pick him up and lift him into the ship.
Okay, well, hang on a second. They do take some shots at you. So
Okay.
still like to step these people away, though.
Okay.
from
Bullets
here.
ricochet.
I'd
Springs!
like to cast Gust onto like the back of their head to kind of like.
Yes, Gus will want to do this. What the hell was that?
I'm gonna lift him up into the ship, and
They
then
lift up. Okay, so you're walking down to where they are to get them.
yeah,
Okay. Well, as you move towards them, they're gonna
I'm gonna
stand
take
up.
out my rifle, engage it, and point it at them up the ramp.
This is highly irregular behavior. Are you certain that you are not
No,
better
no.
than a sixth grader?
Hmm?
You're,
No.
you're acting like a sixth or seventh grader.
I am acting irrational and immature, but at the same time, I highly suggest.
No, I was suggesting that you might be more intelligent than any of these others concerning issues of a temporal nature.
I don't have time for this.
So you walk them up and inside.
Yep. And then I'm gonna say, tell them to close the doors.
Sure. They say something and the door's closed.
And now tell them to lift off and take up and go back up to the ship.
Absolutely. They again say something in a foreign language. You hear a pressurization sound
And then I'm gonna take out the package of limb.
and make a con save.
It's sealed.
No. You have to make a con save because they massively decompress the chamber, putting themselves out in the process.
I got one more use.
Oh. In about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Already?
Got one more use of Indomitable today. Got the 22 on the gun.
Okay. You're holding your own as even the crewman that made the command falls to the ground unconscious.
Do
You
I-
realize that you feel the rarefied nature of the air. They basically sucked the oxygen out of the chamber.
I feel like you would have gotten advantage on that anyway, considering his.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm mountain born.
Yeah.
Found
Yeah.
this.
But I'm just saying they all fall out. But you're inside of a decompressed ship.
Alright, I'm gonna plunk the limb down in the
Mhm.
center of the ship.
Mhm.
So, wait, all of them are out?
Everybody went down.
Alright, let's go for some real insane percentage rolls, Is there any way I can figure out where the ship is, in which direction the ship is headed?
You can sit down at the console. You have no idea because this is not the same thing as
Okay.
working on a car battery.
In that case, I will try and wake one of them up. I will breathe my air into his.
That wouldn't matter. You're surviving because you're able to live in a rarefied environment. They can't. That's why they went down.
Are there any weak points that I could blow a hole in
Oh, sure. You can pull out you're going to use your rifle on the ship and start shooting.
to see if I can just see out?
Sure.
I would know that this would damage the ship and possibly destroy it in midair, so.
Midair, you haven't even left the ground.
That's a good point.
Okay, so when you guys arrive, the vessel's all closed up inside.
Where's Amara?
Umara's standing outside of it, kind of stupefied because she just watched him in full armor use a rifle to brandish against them to drag them inside.
After this guy just said, what's Cord doing up there? And I said, don't worry, and cue in, this just happened.
And he walked them both in, so they're both
Status report.
Captain, shit has hit the fan.
I mean, like, if you guys
Be
don't
more
want me to do this,
concise.
Oh,
And
Umar. Yeah, thank you.
hold on. If you guys don't want me to do this,
update.
Yeah,
you can tell me. I will comply.
Hang on.
We have no idea if we don't want you to do this.
Okay.
That's what happened, so what do I do?
He's the only one who knows how to get in and out of the ship.
Yes.
He's already inside.
We can try. He tried.
Yeah, you could try to do controls to open. You don't have to try. You now understand how the doors work because
Yeah.
you made that roll, so you could open the door.
All right. Well, I don't. There's a.
But if you do, they'll all start waking up again because it'll get air
Yeah,
back in.
good. Then I'll.
Knock them all out. But
Yeah,
blow
like-
it on the head.
We're
So
gonna
I'm
do
gonna-
what we did with what we were
You're gonna
doing
open the
with the other
Yeah, I'm going to
ship.
open the doors.
Okay, all of a sudden while you guys are talking, doors to open. There's a rush of air.
And I'm going to look out and see that I haven't lifted off. And
Yeah.
Noticing this green mass of armor, I'm like,
gray.
Wait a minute.
Gray. I painted the armor gray.
Slate gray.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like stone.
Mm-hmm.
This ship stays here.
Oh, okay. I had a different idea.
So, I don't know what you were planning on doing with it, but we just came back from Sassarine, and Sassarine's half rubble.
Florin.
Thank you. Florin's half rubble.
I was gonna solve that problem. Do you have another idea?
You didn't hear what he said. Florin's half rubble.
Florin's half rubble because when we got rid of the ship, apparently I think they were a little bit mad about that.
Oh, that's why we're
And they
not doing that.
burned the city with a black.
So
fire.
unless we can get rid of the thing that allows them to do that,
And
we
they
need to back
kill-
off.
You hear moans and stuff coming from the guys inside the ship.
Oh yeah, they're waking back up. Let me go get my limb. Or Vex, I'm sorry.
Your what?
What?
Because walking back out with a crate of Vex. One of those cubes of shiny silver.
Are you
wooden crates.
actually mental?
I was gonna go.
You have this.
Yeah. I've told you about this.
And you brought it
Here.
into
I
town.
thought you got rid of it.
I did, I buried it.
And now you have it.
He
Yeah.
fixed it.
I didn't know where it was. Mopsy
and,
did.
and Mopsy, who's still following around, goes, and I helped!
It's a
Yeah.
bad influence on you.
I didn't know where it is. She knew where it was.
Where's
So I was
the...
gonna
Mopsy's going to be
fix-
such a gangster when she
where's
gets
the,
older.
I was
Well,
gonna
but-
fix our problem with
Would
the
you
ship.
go in there and
Mopsy,
Those people
getting
out.
a second gen
What people?
Rabbits
gangster.
is all
the ones on
kind
the
of...
ship, the ones that are moaning?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't there a
Just
rabbit
knock
on
them
the
out.
ship?
No,
Okay.
it's
Yeah, there
not
was. No, there had been.
Oh, keep
it was. It
going.
was one of the. It was one of the third or fourth.
Okay.
Remember, they are really fecking.
I'll
So it's it's one of the one of the little boys you didn't even know.
As
I
per
scooped him up.
request,
No, he's
I'm
not
going to
there.
go
Oh,
inside
he's
the
not
ship
there?
and with
Push them all
the
out.
Oh,
the pommel of my hammer, knock out every crew member except for one.
Oh, so no! As soon as you start doing that, they'll actually they'll surrender.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
All right.
let's
Yeah.
get
They're
them out
not.
of
They're
there.
not foolish. You the first one you punch in the head, they all stop. They just.
Okay, let's get them all out of there
we're gonna have
at
to
this time.
Yeah, we have to
figure out
call
where
it at this
the-
point because we're out of time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I know cliffhanger. It's an excellent place too.
Oh boy.
I guess you'd say that the arrival has occurred. All right. The arrival inbound is inbound.
Except unlike the movie Arrival.
Thank you again to all of you who've been watching the stream, and we'll watch it in the future. Make sure you catch our other streams on Friday night at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 1. And keep in touch, and we'll see you soon. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
I'd say wave, but there's no camera, so wave. Yay!